What's up, low gangers? What do we call our fan base?
Bro, I just put the ball outside.
PG gang.
And she chased it outside. And now it's real.
Okay. Now that should work. Hello. Properties. Nice. Hello. Testing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Testing.
Hey yo. Let's go. We on.
Dude, the dog's barking. Yeah, because I put her outside. The ball nudging was making me angry.
Edge.
Oh, there it is. Can't you just play upstairs with Eileen?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I'm not fucking letting that dog upstairs. We'll let some people get in here. That's top. Damn, that's a fucking. She's doing a big deadlift.
I'm in my white power
Hey, oh yeah.
I want to buy a sticker for this thing, man. I need to buy like the Confederate flag for like a little tiny one, you know. I want to make it. I want to put it right at the base or like on the side, because I just think it's funny. Like an Asian dude's like, "Out in the south, and you can't eat my slaves."
No, I just want to put a sign of Pine Gap.
Pine Gap.
Pine Gap.
You're really inspired, huh? Oh, let's have a look at Pine Gap merchandise.
She wouldn't stop playing fetch with me, so
You just say no.
I had to put it
We
outside.
tried. Been trying to tell them.
Pine Gap sticker.
She kept bringing the ball back and hitting it towards my leg.
Dude, you can get Pine Gap stickers. You wanna get one? It's on like Redbubble.
Pine Gap.
Confederate flag
Mention
sticker. Confederate flag sticker. Small. Ah, sick. Okay, so you can get like a really big one for your room, but I just want a small one for the mic because it's my white power mic.
What should our song be?
Lime in the coconut. Nice. What's up?
Hey,
Is
lying
that
in the
intro song?
Only some people know this one.
I don't know it.
What?
I don't know it. I'm not a big Dragon Ball Z. I grew up on Slam Dunk and Naruto.
Should we choose like a real sad song?
Make it. Put on Activation.
Nah, not this.
Oh, can you play a Ram Ranch? Bro knows. Bro's knows. 18 naked cowboys in the showers of Ram Ranch.
Ram Ranch it is. Is it? Oh, it's not even a song on thingy.
Put on Dixon Dallas.
It's gotta be on YouTube.
Dixon Dallas, Dixon.
Yeah, DX. There we go. I love the.
I love the way he rides. I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep inside. I kiss him on his neck and then he kisses on my pussy, calling daddy.
I don't know why I know all the lyrics to that song. Ew.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I follow a whole bunch of people on Project Cack page and I don't know who they are.
Alright.
Lime.
Who's opening?
Who's opening?
Who is opening?
Who is opening?
I'll open my legs for money.
Which one of you want to open? Do you guys just share that quickly on your pages? If you guys are in the chat right now, you guys in the live stream, you guys know what to do. Share it, put it on your Instagram. All right, get the people knowing. Let's get this chat popping because today is a crying kind of day, and we want to cry together. Is that how it works? Can we get a testing 1 2 3? Testing 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2 3.
Yes, sir.
Lick my balls. 3, 2, 1. Lick my
Okay,
taint.
okay.
3, 2, 1.
That kind of works. You guys like my? This is my alter ego.
I need the Max Win.
This is actually.
It's a
Well,
it's a world's first uncircumcised microphone. Fred, look at that roll up.
Goddamn. All right. So today, yeah, we got the boys on today.
Again. 'Cause
Again.
our budget can't
Yeah, we can't
support another guest because we blew it all on Luca Bano.
pokies. We
Brandon really wanted to play pokies, and so we went to the pokies and we lost all our money because
yeah.
apparently it's not just luck. Apparently it's digital. Therefore
God,
they
dude.
control the fucking winnings.
They told me that if I smacked the button 4 times and then hit the other button 4.5 times, that I'd instantly get the jackpot.
The crazy guy told me to tap the screen.
Yeah.
He was like,
99% of gamers quit before they win.
That's the
Don't
problem.
ever forget that.
what's that one video? The guy going, he's like fucking doing this shit to the fucking.
That's why we're going back. That's why we're going back.
There's only winners and quitters.
Yeah.
So Project Gax is gonna have no budget for a little while.
Yes.
Oh, look at that! We got a little coordination going on here.
Look at this.
We got a little
All white.
little
White
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 party.
shirt.
Got the hat.
It's got everyone's got hats because no one's got a haircut in a while.
Even my mic has a hat. Even my mic has a
It's
hat.
like a do rag.
It's not do rag, alright.
Bro, wave check. Wave check.
Give us a wave check on the mic.
Oh.
We've got to reduce our swearing. So today's the day we reduce a little bit of our swearing.
Okay, what can
for the
we?
YouTube
Okay,
outro.
so in terms of what can we change instead of the F word? Peanuts.
Fruit Loops.
Damn it! It's just gonna sound like we have Tourette's.
Thomas, the tank engine.
Frick. I want to just use frick.
Frick from now on. Is that the
I'm
word?
so freaking tired of these freaking.
Well, what do does Brisbane people say? There's a word that they say actually that they
Cunt.
that's not it.
Slightly off topic, there was an article about a school in New South Wales where this teacher provided his class with a list of 25 words, all slang terms, that they weren't allowed to say.
I think I saw
Otherwise,
that.
They would be subject to after-school detention.
Yeah.
And it was words like Riz, I don't know, like,
I'm just
I don't
gonna,
know what else. Just like words of today.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't like them being sent in his class. He doesn't understand. He's old,
Yeah.
old fart.
dude, it was fucking skibbity toilet, bro.
And he was saying, he was
I'm
talking
pretty
about
sure.
how his rationale for not allowing those words was that
Put it like
he
here.
didn't understand why students would use it in an academic setting.
It's
He's
not.
like, God damn, man.
Well, there is
that's a
no
bit
reason
harsh."
to be using it in an academic setting, realistically.
There isn't. But
Oh wow,
Yeah, that was kinda clean.
Oh, Dominic.
Dude, that's 2 ideas in one day. I'm puffed out.
Damn,
I can't think
Jesus,
of any more.
Jesus. That's our learning segment for the day.
What else happened this week? Yeah, as before,
Give us a rundown on what's going on.
Akira Toriyama died.
Oh, you just giving us the news?
Just giving us news. We've
The
become
news.
like in journos now.
Yeah, dude. Akira Toriyama. I don't think specifically Akira Toriyama was my inspiration in life, but I do love Dragon Ball.
Did you see that all the Mexican cartels stopped fighting to mourn Akira Toriyama?
No,
'Cause I'm being serious.
cool cat.
Mexicans
that's
Mexicans and South Americans love Dragon Ball so much that the cartels stopped fighting to mourn the loss of their fucking great author, Akira Toriyama.
Are you lying, man?
They have, dude, in their little like, towns and villages, they have watch parties. All the villagers come and watch Dragon Ball Z.
bro, you know what it's like? You know how Chinese people, right? They'll have a statue of Guan Yu from like the Three Dynasties.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Three Kingdoms.
Nah, bro. The only Chinese person I know is that one that does the dancing with the cloth.
No, do you ever play Dynasty Warriors on like PS2?
No.
I never
It's from the like the fable. Of the
I know the
Three Kingdoms
history
in
because I'm a
China,
fucking
right?
dork.
And it was
Okay.
like the god of war.
Okay.
And so a lot of mafia and triad groups in China have a statue of this god of war, Guan Yu. So maybe it could be like the Mexican equivalent. They've got a
Pretty
statue
much.
of Goku and Gohan.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Well, I mean, well, the other day, can we all have a little group kiss? No, we can't.
Bro, only
Oh,
if
hey,
you-
it's
only if you
Christian.
Drop the N word.
No, what's it called? The other day on crypto, a lot of Goku coins came out. You know, Goku meme coins because of it. And actually,
Why
one
is
of
it a
them.
meme? Why you should make fun of Goku's creator?
Well, like we just call it meme coins, shit coins. Then do you want me to use shit coins instead?
No, Shiza coins. We
Dude.
can't swear. You gotta
Bro, you
use-
literally dropped the F bomb like 2
I don't give a
minutes ago.
fuck. Sorry. Oh,
Oh
wait.
no! Reduce our swearing, nigga.
Well, yeah, nigga,
Nigga. But
I
what,
kinda
what's it
like this
called?
better.
Yeah, but when I
pretty
saw the crypto kids use the fucking virus, hey, see, I won't unalive myself now. I
Ok-
won't unalive.
Okay.
I have to use the specific word of unalive. I can't say anything else, unfortunately.
That's so stupid, though. I feel like that's just making.
Well, it's like, oh, here we go. This is one for the boys. This is a quick segment. We're just introduction right now.
We're
But
just warming up.
yeah, what's it called? People saying depression isn't real.
See, that's a very big Andrew Tate
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yes, red pill.
Like
blue
clinical
pill kinda.
depression.
Yeah, well, like, you know, people say, and even I would say this, if you're depressed, right, and you're feeling sad, you could go and work out, and you can kind of
Just
change the lifestyle.
Tug one
things.
out.
See, I don't know. I think with depression, unless you're clinically diagnosed
Yeah.
by a psychologist
Yeah,
or a psychiatrist,
yeah.
I don't really think it counts.
I definitely think that because of social media, a lot of kids use it as like a form of like they dramatize like their feelings. You're not actually depressed. You just feel sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that comes back to the clinically diagnosed kind of situation.
I know there's some depressed motherfuckers out there who are like on 10 pills a day just to like not kill themselves.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, there's obviously like a chemical imbalance that causes that, but there
Yeah.
is a certain amount of people that kind of use it as an excuse in order to kind of what do you call it? What would you say?
To continue bad habits.
yeah,
to,
yeah,
to
yeah.
stay in the
Kinda
same
They
place.
just use it to
warrant it.
justify whatever
Justify.
it
There we
is
go.
that they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think, like, when people have a look at mental health disorders, stress, anxiety, and depression isn't the disorder. It is symptoms of the disorders.
Oh.
Because you can be stressed, you can feel anxious, you can feel depressed, but they're not the actual disorders.
There you go. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Mhm.
So then, what do you do? So if you were to say you're depressed, what are some ways that you can combat that? Because if
So
you're
we're saying you're not clinically depressed, but you just like, oh,
well, that's what I mean.
feel
Even if you're
depressed.
clinically depressed, do you just not do those things and you rely on the medication only then?
no, I don't think it. I think in the long term, relying on medication sounds terrible.
Right.
All these
yeah.
chemicals just fucking pumping up your fucking, you know.
But that's
Pretty
become the standard, right? Like that's
Mm.
become standard where it's like, okay, if you're depressed, here you go, take some tablets, and that's where, and it kind of just ends there. Or like, there's only a select few people who are kind of like, nah, I'm done with taking these tablets, and I'm gonna do something about it, right? But the industry standard is like, oh no, these medications are probably gonna sort out your chemical imbalance.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. With a lot of the medications, you get one or two sort of main side effects. You get ones which are really, which can either give you like Parkinsonian
Mm-hmm.
sort of effects, or ones that increase a lot of weight gain.
Mm.
So by Parkinsonian, so like the way that it impacts your dopamine production is what a lot of these meds do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you overproduce dopamine, you get uncontrolled movement and uncontrolled action.
Mm.
And that's like Parkinson's. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Just regulated dosages of dopamine in your brain.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend and he was saying the best way to use a medication is obviously if you're feeling sad and the medication increases dopamine level, so that way you can actually function. I think you should use that as an opportunity to like change the things around your life. You know what I mean? So obviously, let's say you're depressed, and then what did he say?
He said, my psychologist said he can't help me."
Fuck, I can't.
That's a
But-
Christian thing. But yeah. Yeah.
But like, if you're clinically depressed and you need medication, I feel like, you know, you use medication to feel better or to relieve the depression, and then when you're in that relieved state, you're like, okay, what else can I fix around me?
yeah,
That
yeah.
can,
Yeah, well, like for me, like I've gone and seen a psychologist myself. And she was really good.
Did they want to help you?
No, she did. And I saw her for a period
Christian,
of
you're at the
about,
wrong place, man.
18 months. And she was really good because for the most part, I had already explained to her that I didn't want to be reliant on medications because I didn't want to be on it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And so it was just, she put me on a really light one. I can't remember the name of it, but essentially it was a
Dexies.
serotonin agonist.
Yeah.
And what it did was it helped me sleep. So it helped build that foundation of getting me to sleep at normal regular times again. Was having really deep sleep, and it was coming for me, waking back up feeling really refreshed.
Yeah.
So that I could actually get my day started.
Okay.
And then from there, it was just a lot more of what they call CBT, so cognitive behavioral therapy, where it's just getting me to do a lot more exercises, giving me the tools that I needed to be able to figure out what I was going to do with my life, and figure out how I was going to live my life, essentially.
So you should basically use the medication as like a diving platform into ways to improve your life.
They're there to help you.
It's not there to,
It's not
to
there for you
keep
to
for
be
like
reliant
long term.
forever.
Like you're 60 years old and you got a handful of pills.
Now this is an
increase
ongoing
the-
issue
Yeah.
Dosage.
because like from a sports perspective, people with like ankle braces and stuff like that, right? And you would know a little bit about this as well. When you become injured, so let's just say you roll your ankle on a tennis court of some sort, right? Everyone can benefit from CBT. Yeah, when you roll your ankle on a tennis court, the industry standard is like, hey, yo, chuck this brace on it. We're just gonna support it, and then we're gonna, and then you play with it, so you can still play, and you can still train, etc. Right? And still, it's limited movement, but because of that, you're not gonna injure it any further. But then you become like your body can become overly reliant on the brace, right? And then the muscles don't know how to use or like function properly without the brace after that, and they're actually more prone to injury afterwards if not had done proper rehab, right? And then you go to the same people with melatonin and sleep, right? There's a lot of people out there who take it with like PTSD and like from war and things like that, like war veterans, from a pharmacy perspective. But most people that take it and they just like they do FIFO or something like that, right? And they're coming off their shift work and they're starting to just regulate their sleep schedule again. They're actually just meant to take the melatonin for a short period of time in order to regulate your sleeping patterns again. Yeah, which is exactly the same as what you were saying before, right? Yeah, and then diet, same thing with diet. Ozempic, you're meant to use Ozempic to help lower, like, is it your absorption of sugar or something like that, or insulins?
I'm not a pharmacist, so I wouldn't be able to help
Yeah,
you.
I've heard so
Something
much
like
about
that,
this
yeah.
Ozempic thing. Like it's gonna cure a lot of fat people.
It is. Well, it's meant to be for diabetes.
Right.
Cute, yo, matching. What's on your shirt, pretty boy in the middle?
Oh,
Yeah, it's human made. I got it from my mama.
Human made by
Yeah,
Chinese kids.
Yeah, human made by old Chinese ladies in a factory. And I don't support that. I don't support that at all. But these shirts are sick.
Yeah, but you bought it with your hard-earned green dollar, boy.
God damn. But yeah, like people on Ozempic have come to use it as a one-stop shop kind of thing. Like we're taking it and it's gonna fix our diabetes, like our obesity and things like that. Instead of helping it manage, your lifestyle as well, like eating healthier, exercising more, and it doesn't have to be going to the gym and pumping out 120 kilo deadlift, but like just starting with the basics and getting to the flow of
It
things
could be
again.
just like going out in the sun for a little bit.
Yeah,
Because
you
I feel like I was it was like kind of like the last winter. It was like a rainy day. It was like raining for a long time in summer, I think.
yeah.
It was really cloudy, and then I was indoors the whole time. I think it was COVID actually. I was
Yeah.
COVID. I remember
Yeah.
it was COVID. I was basically inside the whole time, and then when I actually walked outside for a little stretch and have a morning walk, it felt so good when the sun just kind of touched me, because I'm like, the sun touched me. Yeah, I sort of call my uncle the sun. But yeah, no, it just feels great when the sun. You just feel the heat and the warmth, and it actually makes a
I'm
big difference
sorry.
in your mental health.
Well, Win says it slows your gut absorption rate and reduces your feeling of
Boom.
hunger.
There you
Yes,
go.
thank you. So yeah,
Where can we buy this medical pill?
You have to have a prescription for it, and it's an injection actually, because it's meant to be for diabetes patients. Yeah.
Wait, Eileen has diabetes. Can we?
No, well, Eileen has a different type of diabetes, so she's not eligible for it, unfortunately. And Eileen's as skinny as a
Ozempic?
stick.
Oh,
Yeah, but you're a stick, Eileen.
Eileen, can I have Ozempic? Can you buy it for me?
Well, you're not fat.
Yeah, but I'm fat. Can I get it?
No, you're not fat.
regardless,
Okay.
we shouldn't be reliant on medications.
No, exactly.
And especially, these things aren't cheap either. And when you look for a cheap alternative, you purchase them overseas. Like,
Which is a sketchier.
it can be very sketchy. Like, there's an article from the ABC this week, and it outlines how a lady in Canberra bought Duramine for her
Yes.
son.
Yeah.
Durian?
Duramine.
Oh,
It's
Duramine.
it's a medication. I believe it's
Phentermine.
also
Fentanyl?
for phentermine, for
Phentermine.
diabetes
Di-
as well.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it turns out that her son was becoming more aggressive. She didn't know why, and she took those pills and got them tested at Tests in Canberra. And it turns out that it actually contained traces of methamphetamine,
Oh shit!
which is like, yeah, sure, it would work really well to help you lose weight.
He's
Of course
like,
it would.
my son's getting really productive these days. It's just
No,
But you can't just trust everything that you put into your body blindly like
no,
that.
yeah.
And you shouldn't become reliant on something like that.
Yes, and that leads into something that we, from a rave culture perspective as well, you know, when people start to take substances and start to experiment with substances, right? This is where addiction starts
Don't
to
mix
become
kids.
a very big thing. It's not about the mixing. I think it's about starting at all and then not understanding what you're doing with
Oh
it.
yeah, that was the other point I was gonna go on to. But yeah, you can also just don't mix them.
Yeah, like I definitely see
Christian?
the upsides or the positives, the pros to experimenting with certain substances because they allow you to, not specifically you, I just pointed at you for no reason, but but like yeah, but like when you experiment with
body
substances,
dysmorphia on the screen as well.
it's true. Body dysmorphia, the chest right above your head.
Oh, it's so accurate.
Yeah, like when you start to experiment with things like this, like there's certain use cases for it, and when you look at the studies behind it, when it originally started coming out, they were using it for certain psychological, I guess
Benefits?
issues. Oh yeah, benefits at that time. You know, where people were having PTSD or they just were struggling in their relationships and they kind of needed something to let them open up a little bit more, right? There's certain scenarios that it was used for, and then it became something because the feeling of using it is so, I guess, ecstatic. Could you say ecstatic? Euphoric.
Definitely euphoria.
Yeah, euphoric.
Shock euphoria.
Shock euphoria. But yeah, because of that, because of the way that it makes you feel, it became abused, and it becomes a thing where without it,
Reliancy.
yeah, your life doesn't feel the same without it anymore. So then you just tend to enjoy that state more. So you take more of it in order to stay in that state for longer, right? And that's the harsh reality of it. But now it's being able to mitigate that and say, okay, like this is my life and this is the reality and this is the fun side of it, or this is the exploring and experimenting side of it, and not kind of combining the two. You know, that's where it gets really, really messy. So how do you believe now? So once we've gone through, you know, certain things like ankle braces, medication, etc., and how people become overly reliant on it, how can we adapt ourselves in terms of substances in order to not become overly reliant on it, in order to kind of still live that same kind of lifestyle in that, you know, euphoric state? Do you kind of understand where I'm kind of going?
Yeah,
with
I
this?
mean,
Yeah.
like number one, I think you just gotta trust your friends to know that they have it out like a good intention for you, and if they see you, let's say for example, you're going out with your friends, and every time you go with these friends, you drink too much, and you always get blackout drunk, and your friends, if they're good friends, they should be like, hey, you're drinking a little too much. We're just here. It's a Thursday night. We're having a couple beers, and you're blackout drunk. You have work tomorrow. What's going on, bro?
Yeah. So obviously, like friend groups are really big one. Support.
Yeah,
is
and
huge,
just making
yeah.
sure that your friends, like, you know, you can rely on them, and they no matter how you react, they point it out to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, like for example, if I started
Snoop
drinking
Dogg
more,
is my god. Yeah. Snoop Dogg, but like, and that's where like I think like marijuana also has been used in a use case where it can help you be really creative. I think when I talk about
puts me to sleep.
yeah, when I talk about like substance use, it's abuse, substance abuse, really. It's going too far and where it's negatively impacting your lifestyle. I see you want to say something.
I'm just going to go out on a whim
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say
yeah.
that if you're struggling with your mental health, I don't think you should be using any recreational drugs.
Well, yeah, quite
Because
honestly.
You have a look at Victoria now, and you can now legally be prescribed ketamine and MDMA in a clinical setting to help treat like clinical mental disorders, right? And the dosages that they would be giving to people would be so small compared to
Yeah.
what you would be able to access
Yeah,
outside in
Street.
on the street.
on the street. Yeah.
So I really don't think, if you are struggling, you should be using any of those sort of substances.
Yeah, I
But-
think that's probably not the time to be exploring. But
Yeah.
then that is also the prime time where people are exploring it at this current day and age, right? Like look at raves, for example, and this happens everywhere. This is not just a rave thing. This is like people who are struggling with their work and their career, and then they're just all of a sudden coming across substances and then trying it out and then realizing that it's taking themselves from the reality of their life and they're enjoying it. That's completely fine, but it's obviously a bit skewed there. So as I said, yeah, this is, although we don't want people to be trying it whilst they're in a really negative mind space, this is where most people are trying it. So how do we combat that? Okay, so even if they were to try it, okay, what can we advise to them?
How do you even know? Like Win said, how do you even know when you've gone too far? I feel like once it starts affecting it,
Yeah,
everything, it's like a little virus.
Yeah.
Everything
Yes.
gets affected. Everything gets
Yes.
touched, like the roots of a tree.
Well,
Yes.
The
Yeah.
thing is, like, you'll notice that with all these recreational drugs, and especially with alcohol, the consequences are the day after. Is that you feel like shit.
Oh yeah.
That should be the first big major warning and red flag saying, hey, if this makes you feel like shit,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure you don't like feeling like shit,
You start becoming
don't
like
do it. Or
but
just don't do it as much,
productive.
or choose when you're going to do it.
Leg
Yeah.
day,
like leg day.
the day after, my fucking legs hurt like shit.
That's why we don't do
Yeah,
it.
but then 2 to 3 days later, how do you feel?
You feel great. You feel great
But
afterwards.
see,
Yeah.
and this is more so going back to what Brandon's trying to get to.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it is more so looking at delayed gratification.
Yeah.
And I think that should be a much bigger thing, at least for me personally. That's what I think the answer would be.
Yeah.
Is have a look at delayed gratification.
Well,
because
it's
all good things take time and it takes a lot of work and it's not going to come instantaneously.
the thing is an endless cycle, isn't it? It's like it really is like you're trying to fight one thing with something else, but then that thing's doing something to you, so then you're gonna have to combat that, and then you kind of end up back into this like this mindless circle of trying to fix the thing from beforehand. So yeah, like what we talk about on Project GATS pretty often is trying to kind of take control of your lifestyle, understand what position you're in, and trying to make sure that, okay, like you notice something is not quite going so well, so then being able to figure out a solution for that, and then, nipping it at the bud really, and then stopping the cycle, and then gradually building from that. So whether, some people would say, when I smoke weed, it's awesome, like I'm so productive and I do all this and that, and that's super great for them, like I'm super happy. But then there's a lot of people out there that aren't having that, so that by nipping it at the bud and saying, okay, like I'm going to slow down and wean off and see what I can do, and then life becomes really slow and sluggish, which is something that I definitely went through, where things just didn't really feel the same in reality anymore, because I'm so used to smoking, so on top of that, it's like I had to pretty much start from the ground up again, restart my life, and have to say like, okay, well, now I got to learn how to be productive throughout the day, plan my day out, have my day sectioned out, make sure that I'm doing the small things in life, like folding the clothes, or making my bed, and things
Vacuuming.
like that, vacuuming, whatever it is. Even eating properly was like a big thing for me too. Coming off the vapes, stopping vaping, and then regulating the amount that I eat, because now I feel more hungry throughout the day, and then so when you kind of remove yourself from this area that you're so used to, you're pretty much starting over again. But you have to understand, is it worth it for you, and is it more beneficial for you to do so? Like most rappers would say, like smoking weed is perfectly fine for them.
It's just like a cycle of trying to replace an addiction with another. When you
yeah.
when you stop vaping,
Yeah.
you're more hungry, so you start eating sugars and everything.
Yeah. Now, also on the rave topic for this time around, Will, we've been seeing some news about some rave scammers. Rave
Yeah.
scammers, man.
I'm
That's-
really surprised
yeah.
that is happening in this day and age. Although not really, because technology is getting, more advanced.
Yeah. Actually, well, before I hit that, I'm just going to go back to Wynn's question, just so we can really once again like section off what we're doing. So how does one know that oneself you've gone too far? I think, sorry, my mind's working.
When you have to give
working
yourself a
overtime.
pep talk in the mirror,
Yeah.
I gotta stop. You're going too far.
You've gone too far. Or when you start to realize that things in your life isn't going so well, in terms of it's negatively impacting you now, and it's making you feel lazy. You're not getting the things that you need to get done anymore. That's probably too far. And when the people around you start, people around you start noticing that
Okay,
you're.
but what if the people around you also, like you're in the environment is also just as bad as you are?
Well, then you have then you have to do self acknowledgement.
Oh,
Then
okay.
that's the path where you have to self acknowledge, and most people, unfortunately, the reality is you're not going to change unless you feel the need to change, right? So if someone tells you to change, you're not going to change. If you don't feel like there's any reason to change, you're not going to bother. That's the reality of it. But that's where if you want to go somewhere in your life, and that's one way to put it. But if you want to progress and you want to improve and you want maybe for things to get a little bit better, then you have to self-acknowledge and say, okay, this is not working for me, and I should try something else. Because if I don't change anything, nothing is gonna really improve. Which we've learnt the hard way, really.
And so, messages to have a kid and you'll feel happy.
Dom's on a spiritual path now.
Have a kid, guys.
He's working with God, and God's telling him to have babies. So that's where he's at. Don't mind what he said just there.
Anyways, sorry, Holden Hiscock just said the Vietnamese LNP candidate for Inala gets
Jeez.
caught putting in a fraudulent vote in the election.
Fraudulent.
Wow, well, we
vote.
were.
Whoa. No,
what do
I
you mean
didn't
by
see that.
putting in a fraudulent vote?
He like
As
dipped it
in-
in twice.
He's maybe he did it himself. Like maybe he was getting people to vote for him, or
Surely
he
you
was
could vote for
faking
yourself.
votes.
Would you be able?
I
actually
have
don't
no
know.
clue. I don't know. I don't know
Would
enough
you be able to vote
about
for yourself?
politics.
Oh, hold on.
Vietnamese LNP candidate for Nala gets caught putting in a fraudulent vote. Bro.
We'll look this up.
This is why we need somebody on the outside. We need somebody here.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, you got
Jesus.
chicken nuggets.
Yo,
We need somebody who manages the stream.
We need like a
so they can bring it up on the
like
screen.
a Joe Rogan. Jamie,
Yeah,
pull it up on the screen.
Yeah. That's what we need. We're hiring for free.
Yeah, she lives in South Brisbane.
She lives in South Brisbane.
Ah.
She doesn't live in Anala.
Bro, tomato sauce.
I need some chicken salt.
God
Is that a big thing? Like I honestly didn't realize that. Sorry, my
It's
bad.
okay.
Like if you're not voting in your area, Eileen's made us some.
I'm
chicken
voting. I'm
nuggies.
voting tomorrow. Actually,
Yeah.
vote the Greens.
Oh
my God, too much, too much,
That's
too much, too much, too much, too much,
Oh,
too much.
whoa! Actually, hold on. Let me just.
Are you gonna sauce up the whole thing?
Oh.
I like sweet chili. No, I got.
No sauce.
I
Let's
ha-
sauce up the whole thing.
I have.
Oh, okay, no.
I have supercharged sauce.
Oh, yes.
Supercharged
I
sauce.
love supercharged sauce,
I
bro.
don't know where it is.
I'd
but
suck
I
dick for
definitely.
supercharged sauce.
I have supercharged sauce somewhere.
God.
Holden
Sorry,
Hiscock
sorry,
says.
Fuck the Greens.
Holden Hiscock says fuck.
We're
the
turning
Greens.
this into a mukbang.
Yeah. Okay. So this is 30 minutes up. That's our introduction for today. Now we're moving
Will
towards.
fucking renounce my citizenship with the Green wins. Yeah, look, they don't look like the most stable
Holden
bunch.
Hiscock is a very political man.
Oh, look, thank you, Eileen.
I tell you now, he's got some very, very, very strong opinions.
Well, I think we should stop.
opinions.
I reckon we should stop the Chinese buying houses in Australia.
I think the Chinese shouldn't have stole our gold many years ago. Yeah. Anyways, but
Let's-
Holden, see, actually, I think this is quite an important topic. Young people these days know nothing about local politics. I don't know why. We will, like, everyone in Australia will know everything about Trump, about whatever's happening in the States, but we don't know anything about what's happening in our own backyard, right here. And I really think we should. Personally, I actually don't know anything,
Me neither.
but
what's going on in my backyard?
these guys are going to be the guys who are going to be making policies that affect us. And realistically, we should really know.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting that out to us.
Thank you
Holden
very
Hiscock.
much. Great. Thank you very much. And that's why we need you on our show so you can speak more often, please. So yeah, now moving on to the next topic. For all our ravers in the chat right now, for all our ravers watching on TikTok,
Like 3 dudes.
Instagram, it's the three guys. Rave scammers. All right. So yeah, I'm sorry I cut you off before.
That's right.
Rave scammers. We've been getting some news. What's it called? What do you call it? Breaking news? All right, breaking news. Rave scammers are on the loose. Okay, so we got one event coming up, Midnight Mafia HSU events coming up in Sydney real soon, real quick, real fast, and we've had some people, unfortunately, scam pretty much 60 to 70 tickets worth of
Oh, shit.
sales.
I didn't know it was that bad.
60 to 70 tickets
bad.
worth, yeah. And one of our friends, one of our close friends, K Diet, in the house, my boy, unfortunately had bought tickets of somebody that was actually quite trustworthy as well. And that's not the person directly who scammed them, but he ordered some tickets to make sure that he got some before like they sold out. And that person gave him a text recently saying that this guy's that he's bought it off and that he's got the tickets off is a bit sus, and he's looking to try and get a refund of the money. And unfortunately, that person has gone a little bit ghost. Hopefully, we'll update soon. So yeah, rave scammers. Also, do you want to give us a story of in America?
Not America, but in
In
Singapore.
America, Singapore.
The Taylor Swift concert that happened recently,
Yeah.
where a lot of people had traveled overseas to go to Taylor Swift. Personally, I don't know why, but
They're rabid, bro. These
they-
50s are rabid, bro.
they would buy these tickets online. I don't know which sites they were buying from, but they would go to the venue, and it turns out that whoever was selling them their ticket had sold it to them, just got in to the venue really early and used the ticket first.
Oh wait, I did see a video on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were freaking out because they were scanning the ticket and it was saying it was invalid.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
apparently it's quite common, and it happens to all your regular websites. So like, there's Viagogo, there's
Like
what's the other one?
Tixel.
Tixel.
Yeah, Tixel.
Apparently, all those tickets that you buy, a lot of them can just be used by the other party because they don't have to transfer to your name.
If they're early enough,
Wow.
if they get there before you and use that barcode before you're fucked.
You shit out of luck.
Wow. I didn't. Oh yeah, well, and that's why we get hard copy tickets, and we thank Justin for being able to.
Thanks,
provide that.
Judge.
Thank you, Justin.
Support
Thank
local
you.
businesses, guys.
Jut, can you Shazam this song for me? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But yeah, like that is crazy to me. Like I guess like how desperate have people gotten in today's day and age, and like we see it in local, we see it internationally, just all around the world. People like desperate times if causing for desperate measures. And I'm not talking about just stealing. Like there's probably fucking break-ins everywhere. Sorry, mind my
It happened
language.
in America too. There was that
Yeah.
girl that was underage. Who was selling
Underage.
people tickets.
Yes, yes. And
And
this
it's
is
like,
just
you couldn't buy
raves,
tickets.
man. This is just raves. People out here not being able to afford whatever they want to do, and then trying to find ways to like fuck people over.
I
In
mean,
order
it's
to
just
do.
like people just want to make a quick buck kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I don't think it's. I feel like even if you're like
So
a
is that
pretty
hot-
well off dude, it's just you just want to make another quick buck.
No, bro, dude. No, I can't. Okay, for somebody who has had money, I could not imagine that. I could never imagine myself doing that to any people I know. And this person in America, this girl, has actually befriended like this whole group of people, this mass group of people. So she's not just gone on the internet and tried to make a quick buck. She's actually spent like months or a year hanging out with them, chilling with them, and then fucking them over.
Oh, she went balls deep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's some guy. So in Australia, this is local. This is a bit local. Some people wouldn't know this. And I don't know his name. I can't remember. I'm not really in the drama of it. But we've seen that some guy has been asking people for money, saying that he has no money and I'm really broke and I need to pay rent or whatever like that, or I need to pay for some certain things. And he's collected this mass amount of money, like $7,000 worth, through people sending him on Beam It. Like the most legitimate way of doing this is probably doing a GoFundMe, but unfortunately he did not disclose that he was going to use the money for his own benefit. And he said that he, gave us a little sob story and he did all this stuff. And then he's run off to Melbourne at the start of the year and decided to gamble with the money. And he won, but he'd never paid anyone back. And he's kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth now. So, this it's just happening left, right, and center. But yeah, now I want to talk about, I have seen on TikTok, a few people talk about this already. If somebody was to befriend you in a group that is underage, all right, how would you combat this situation now?
Wait, if the one who wants.
Well, we don't know they're underage. We don't know they're underage,
Show me ID.
and we don't know also that they are taking money from us. They're just, that's just the way it is.
I don't
me
know how to
your-
talk to people, so I don't make friends.
Show
The
me.
There you go.
easiest way. Plus, I can't talk to females, so it's like, damn.
He's got this he's got this constant birth control on Friends.
Yeah.
It's just
Show me your grade 12 graduation photo.
yeah. But you would interrogate them, hey? But I guess,
I'd be like so this hypothetically in this situation, this person wants to become friends with us.
yep.
To for whatever reason. What's the reason? To sell us tickets? To what exactly is it?
Well, that's what I mean. She didn't sell us tickets. She didn't sell any tickets. She just literally just took money from them, and she was sleeping with some of the guys, and they were paying for her stuff. And,
Well, they're just dumb.
right?
It's probably one of those.
Right.
It's probably one of those.
That's what I'm saying.
It's probably one of those incestuous Asian groups.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Yeah, but I agree with you though. I low key kind of agree.
I
with
feel
you.
like it was one of those incestuous Asian groups where they fuck each other and date each other.
Okay, you ready for this one? This one's a bomb. This is a bombshell. All right. So people on TikTok right
I'm gonna
now
clip this.
in America, yeah. People on TikTok in America are talking about this rave chick that scammed them. All right, and they're all saying like, well, if someone joins your group, you should like ID check them, make them buy your alcohol and see if they can buy the alcohol and stuff like that. Or you should be seeing red flags and signs. Like I agree with the red flags thing. If someone's showing red flags and you kind of dip, but ultimately, don't you think it's just them being stupid for but for trusting and befriending this person? Like realistically?
I don't know. This is kind of off topic. I had a friend, right?
Yeah.
Had a friend. Had.
Had.
Keyword had.
Friend. I'm still your friend, yeah?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
okay,
not for you.
sweet.
Am I still your friend? Still full.
One of his ex partners had accused him of like sexually assaulting her.
COVID.
And then from that day onward, whenever he'd go to the clubs and try to pick up girls, he would take a video of them saying that they consent to whatever it is that they're going to do.
What? So he would pull out his iPhone and go,
So maybe
give me consent.
so maybe you just gotta go around being like, hey, I need your consent.
Dog, he
to,
was like this. Give me
I need
consent.
I need proof so that no matter what happens, I am not at fault. I am not liable.
But I mean, that's reasonable. I kind of get it because there's issues like this that come about, right? But like, yeah, as I said, my point of view on this right now is I feel like the group that kind of befriended her should have been able to see that it was kind of coming, especially when it was about 6 months from what I heard. It was quite a long duration of time.
Yeah, but hearing about how she slept with some of these dudes. Dudes are thirsty, man.
Exactly.
When they're
Incestuous Asian groups.
when they're thinking with their downstairs brain, nothing is going through.
I'm just thinking, all right. When someone has ulterior motives, no matter how well they hide it, you can still smell it.
You can smell it. You can tell.
You have your
You can
intuition
tell.
in your gut. Like, wait a minute, we've only been like subconsciously, your brain knows to look out for these little signs. Like, you guys have only been friends for 6 months.
Yeah.
And she's asking you for $100.
Yeah.
I've never asked. I only started to ask my friends for $20 to pay for dinner after we've been friends for like years.
That's what I mean. Like that's where I don't understand. And like, there's so many places that she couldn't have gone. That someone made a PowerPoint presentation about this. There's a PowerPoint presentation online.
How many people in 2024, especially men, how many men in 2024 have white knight syndrome?
What's white knight?
What's white knight
What's
syndrome?
white knight syndrome? TikTok.
I got black knight syndrome.
What's white knight syndrome?
Justice.
No, white knight syndrome is just like coming in to save the day.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And especially when it's unwarranted. It's like if a girl's getting, I don't know, if a girl was like playing with a dude friend, not playing, like just joking around, right? And that dude was to shit on her, and then like some random dude from like
Are we talking
3 streets over
physically?
will run in and be like, "Oi, you can't bully her."
Oh.
Shit like that, or like they'll just pay for shit. Like, oh my god, Deem's all in distress. I must help her. She needs some money. I have to help her.
Yeah, I'm gonna search this out. Subtle Asian raving. So if you guys, subtle Asian ravers.
But I definitely feel like you can understand, you can perceive the deception, you can smell it. If someone is hungry for your money or trust, you can smell it.
You should be able
You
to
look
smell
like
it, but
Gigi.
obviously you can't.
You sound like GG on the ground. So here, this is the post right here. It says, recently one of my friends got swindled out of $7,000 from a well-known member of the rave.
$7,000? Are you
This
fucking
USD.
serious?
This is USD, by the
That's
way.
like,
That's like
9,000.
That's
That-
14, almost
oh,
14k. Yeah,
Nearly double.
it's almost double. Yeah.
This guy was down bad for her. If you're gonna give out 14 grand,
She ain't even hot.
she's She
ain't
looks
even-
under. She looks underage.
Dude, this guy's. Anyways, continuing on. From a well-known member of the rave community in California, Jay Choi, and this is remember Reed Choi when he
Oh,
did that.
here we go. Bloody Koreans again.
She's going around hopping between rave groups, lying about her age and career. She would date guys and earn their trust from friends before scamming hundreds of dollars before disappearing. Okay, so she's jumped from group to group. This is an awareness post to warn other people in the community that she is not who she claims to be. She is a 19-year-old lying about being 22 to 26. She must be drinking from the fountain of youth.
She's just Asian, bro.
Not only that, she scammed money, but lying about her age to the guy she date is considered sexual assault. She carries around a fake ID and is capable of forging many documents to sell her lie. We compiled a Google slide link with all the proof.
There's a Google Docs document on this
Yeah,
lady.
exposing her lies and scams with the shareable link. My friend does not wish her any harm and only wants to warn people to be cautious before including her in any
Doesn't
groups.
this count as a scam technically?
Um,
I was like, this would be reported as a crime. No?
well,
She
yes, it's a
literally
crime.
looks like jailbait. I actually don't
She's-
understand
yeah.
how any of these
How did-
dudes would fall for that.
How did nobody see this coming? How did not a
because,
single
because you
soul-
know what? Because guys think with their dicks.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Guys think with their dicks. And if this guy they started dating, and he's like, "Oh, I give her some money, she's gonna love me even more."
Yo,
Yeah, but like, don't-
Alan
don't-
brings home some chick. I'm gonna survey her. I'm gonna survey her, bro.
Don't dudes
How would-
like not want to go to jail? Shouldn't the,
Yeah, right.
you think you're dick, but like you still don't want to go to jail.
Yeah, man. Dude, and America's laws are, well, America's definitely quite strict on this. I'm sure. I'm sure they definitely find out a bit more. Their satellites and stuff like that.
You know what else was a scam? Actually,
Go hit us.
Fred again was a fucking
Fred
scam.
again was a scam.
I saw.
Fred again was so
was a
disappointing.
scam.
It was a fucking scam.
Oh wait, let's say it to the camera. Hey, tell him right now.
Fred again,
Get-
your set was disappointing. You
Where
were
where
fucking
where where was the set?
out at the Gold Coast.
Yeah,
Doug
Fred again,
Jennings
Gold
Park
Coast.
at the Gold Coast.
Did you have to
Scam.
walk hella far?
Yep.
Like 6Ks?
So hey, tickets were $180, right? He didn't jump onto the stage until about 7:30. To get to the venue, there were buses at Australia Fair Shopping Centre. Luckily, I went at 4 o'clock. I still had to wait till 4:30 before I got into a bus.
So you were at the front of the
When I
line.
got there. Yeah. At 7:30, people that had purchased tickets received text messages that Fred again was playing. So at 7:30, they were still there, having had waited more than 3 hours for a bus, that getting told that he was already playing. Like, he was so underprepared. He didn't release any of the venue details until like what, the day before, maybe 2 days before.
And how much were the tickets?
$180. Right?
Knockout tickets were like 109.
Don't get me
bro.
wrong.
Oh,
The venue, absolutely beautiful. Really nice vibes. Apart from the people. I don't know why. People that go to music festivals in Queensland just aren't it. Everyone's aggressive. It's also short, fat blonde girls.
Is
that
it
are fucking
the-
just elbowing you in your back as they're trying to get
You
through
hear
the
like the
crowd.
Muay Thai like flick. And it's just like elbowing you. Is it the white people?
It's like, fuck off. If you want to get into the middle, you should have been in there like 3 hours ago. Don't try to fucking push through everyone.
Oh, and then they shove like they don't see like
Yeah.
and then like they don't think that you're there, but you're there and you're trying to shove in front of me. That bitch.
Bruh.
Sorry, I was a little too heated.
Fred again just wasn't it. The music festival scene up in Queensland just isn't it.
So do you think
Honestly,
do you think it's Queensland or do you think it's Fred again?
both? Because the reason why I say that, I think it's a grapevine in Melbourne. A lot of the trance festivals, Transmission,
Yep.
and Dark, predominantly Caucasian people there. Not as many Asians into the trance.
And it's still good vibes.
And it's much
Everyone's
better
very
vibes-
cordial.
Much better vibes down south. And I just think it's a lot better in Sydney and in Melbourne
Yep.
than it is in Brisbane.
Is it just because like we're a bunch of bogans up here and we just don't have any common sense and manners?
I kind of think of Brisbane as like the Texas of Australia.
He came in hot, bro.
Who's
He
Fred
came in-
again?
So first of all, we got the comment. The festival mosh is hectic compared to raves, and from coming from a rave scene, yes.
Rave crowds is like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. No,
Yeah. Hey,
Thing.
come on.
It's like
come on,
if you're
come on,
going
squeeze
through the
through,
crowd,
yeah.
everyone's like really
Yeah.
apologetic. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they want to
Yeah.
give you
I don't want to
space.
ruin you the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to get here quietly. I don't
It's
want to
the
be.
alcohol, bro. It's the alcohol.
You reckon it's the alcohol?
think
Because
it's-
everyone's mollied out.
No,
I think it's-
everyone's
yeah.
mollied out at Fred again.
well.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Why are they so aggressive? Is it just the nature of Western people?
Bro, they're just like fat blonde girls.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
like-
whoa, 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 whoa! No discrimination.
What? They're fat and blonde. I didn't name what race they were.
Okay.
So in the future, what should they do? Just organize transport better, or is it like find a different venue where you can
Well, hey,
access it even better?
luckily,
I love those comments. man.
Luckily, right? I left at 9 o'clock because Fred again really wasn't the vibe.
Yep.
Really wasn't.
Was he the only act that night? Did he also
No, we
have
had
like?
two supporting local artists, but it's kind of
see
meh,
those.
whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
Fredigan's one of his kind.
Left at 9.
Yeah.
Being out there and with that many people, you don't get reception.
Yeah.
So how do you get home? The buses weren't running yet. So we had to walk from Doug Jennings Park out to SeaWorld, and then we had just enough reception to get an Uber. Some people were really lucky, and they had reception there, and they got Lime scooters, and they Lime scooted out.
Nice.
But we had
Dorks.
to walk for like a good half an hour to an
Oh
hour.
shit, that's sad.
And it was just because, it was so poorly planned. And then when the festival finished, it made it onto the news. Apparently, there was about 15,000 people that attended the festival, right? Or attended the set.
That's tiny too. by the
And
way.
they had to walk 2.5 hours out.
That's pretty appalling, bro.
That's bad. That's just bad organization. That's
Really
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as the Fire Festival, but like it's pretty bad.
So, like, fingers crossed, Ultra Gold Coast, get your shit together.
What's the venue like? Can you walk to the venue? Like,
'Cause-
do you have to
and we're
catch
going
a
there.
bus?
We're
or-
going there for Ultra
yeah,
too,
we're gonna do it
right?
for Ultra.
Yeah.
It's pretty long because it's one road in, one road out.
Fuck.
So if you're not familiar with the Gold Coast, it's at the Spit, right next to SeaWorld. So it's
Next to the
literally
Swallow.
one road in and one road out.
Yeah. That's fucked.
Beautiful venue, don't get me wrong, but the infrastructure just isn't there to support it.
Bring your sunscreen.
Bring sunscreen. Okay. Thanks, Dom. Appreciate that. Health
Sun
concern.
cancer is a real killer.
Luke.
these days.
Luke says, "Who TF is Fred again?" I think he's Skrillex reborn.
Industry plant, if you ask me.
Is he an industry plant?
I've heard that he is.
Because
So-
he kind of blew up out of nowhere.
Fred-
I
again,
didn't know, but
industry
my
plant.
girlfriend, she told me that
Uh-huh.
apparently he comes from like.
Is this a
Oh,
conspiracy?
wait.
Is it a
So
conspiracy?
apparently he comes from like some sort of like English royalty family.
The
You know,
Rothschilds.
lords and some shit. And he's very well connected in the music industry.
But then, is that an industry plant or is that just somebody who has great network? What's
Bro,
the
that's an industry
difference?
plant because you were set up so that you couldn't fail.
So what about me?
Bro, think about it, right?
Just the plant.
He-
Vegetable. Just a vegetable.
Fred again did one boiler room, and then from that one set, he popped off.
Okay. Subjectively, if you had that set after the initial wow and the awe, and you had that set as a critic of like house music or EDM, is it still a good set?
I think it was maybe an okay set, but for the wrong environment. If it was in like an underground bunker type club, and I was like catered up to the fucking rails, sure, I would have fun. But apart from that, it was terrible. To be honest.
Because like there's some songs that artists they'll pop off on that one song, and then years later when you more subjective and you, man, this song's kind of shit.
Bro, don't go see Heroes. Honest to God, I went and saw Jack Harlow for Splendor. Not last year, but the year before.
Oh,
2022.
don't go see your heroes, is what you're saying.
Don't
Okay,
go see
okay.
your. Oh, I
I thought
Hero-
the Heroes was an act or something.
Heroes
like
is that like
Or
a
DJ.
band?
Yeah,
A
yeah,
band?
yeah. But anyways,
Don't go see your heroes.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Don't go see your idols. I should say.
Okay, yeah.
And
I
Jack
got one
Harlow
on this
was
one too.
terrible live.
Jack Harlow's terrible live.
Was that because he was still coming up and his performance
No,
on
he was already,
stage
he
is?
already came up.
Man, he was already baby
was already
big,
big.
and couple racks, a
That's-
couple.
He's,
Oh, that's a little Nas. X.
imagine like imagine all the
Get this
flack,
guy out of here, bro.
imagine all the flack that Dua Lipa got for not being able to dance. Jack Harlow couldn't rap. It was just that bad.
No, you can't say that, bro. I like Jack Harlow. But I feel the same way. NLE Chopper.
Mid.
No, I mean, no, it was kind of hype. It was kind of hype. Actually, the concert itself was actually not too bad. But I paid for the meet and greet.
Yeah.
I paid for the meet and greet afterwards, and I walked up to him, and maybe because I was a bit nervous, I don't know, but I walked up to him and I gave him a handshake, and he was like, "Oh, yo," and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he's like, "Yeah, rich, what's it called, rich money shit or something like that," and I was like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "Okay, see you later, BTS," and I'm like, that's all I got. Like, I didn't get to have a conversation. I was gonna
And
tell
how much
him.
did you
Bro,
pay
you're
for
not
it?
even the
I-
right type of Asian for BTS.
Yeah, bro. I was like, and I paid like 200, like 100, $150 or $180 for an extra meet and greet on top of the 100 something that I paid already for the concert. And like, I feel like that, like, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Like, meeting your hero sometimes is shattering, man. I
Because-
really thought, yeah,
Especially when you have them on such a high pedestal,
yeah,
you have such high expectations of them that when you go and meet them and they don't live up to it, it's really shattering.
yeah.
I think I have the reverse of that, where the fans ruined it for me a little bit, because I went to see Daniel Caesar at the 42
Oh,
Guide
yes,
Music Hall,
yeah,
and he was a
yeah.
really good performer actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't like his Melbourne set where he was just doing this
Uh-huh.
the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the only thing that ruined it was all these fucking girls with their digital cameras taking photos with the flash on.
Oh.
Bitch, the flash doesn't even reach the fucking stage. Why are you putting the
Yeah.
flash on?
Yeah.
And then it's just the crowd sometimes just isn't the vibe, but
That's a tough one because you can't control the crowd.
you
hey?
can't control the
You
crowd.
can't
But the
control
performance was
crowd.
great. I loved it. I love his
Yeah.
songs and the way he's singing. Like, he does no auto tune, whatever. But just the crowd.
But is
sometimes-
NLE a hero to me? NLE,
was.
I do love
I think
love
he
myself
was.
some NLE. Like I watch all his videos. Like he was a big inspiration because obviously he started off like really like street thug kind of thing, like full gangbang or whatever you call him. Like street shooter, whatever. And then he kind of like fell into this really spiritual section of his life, and that's kind of what I hit to. Without the whole gang violence part.
Yeah, he just wants to shoot up
But like
cool 7-Eleven.
yeah, but I feel like his character really changed and has really grown over time.
so you respect his growth, not his
I respect his
actual-
growth, but I like his music. I
Okay,
love his
yeah,
music.
yeah.
I actually really like. Me and Alan love NLE Chopper's music, with quite honestly. And
Relate with the gang shootings and the violence.
no, man, it doesn't.
Trapping women.
No, it has nothing to do
Selling
with that.
drugs?
I like the music, not the lyrics.
okay.
I can't relate to the lyrics, but I do like his music.
Al, MNG, Nikki, any. What does MNG mean?
Someone hit me with what M&G means. But yeah, NLE, I do like NLE Chopper, to be honest. But you know what? One that was unexpected is Eileen bought tickets to Love. And I was like, oh fuck, like Love's gonna be so boring. He's gonna sing some sad songs. It's gonna be kind of garbage. Like I could just listen to Love at home and I'd be pretty content. And we went there, and it was probably one of the best. Like I still rate to this day, like probably second best music event I've ever been to in my life. Number one being HSU Halloween Sydney event, with Rebellion, and it was at this small little like music hall, and it was just, and Rebellion was right there in front of my, like I was loving
You can
it.
spit in your face.
It was so hot. I was sweating absolute dog piss, but it was the best, like best music event I've ever been to. Higher than any other HSU big event that I've been to before in my life too. Bet. Then that fucking sucks, bro. Soz, the meet and greet wasn't what you expected. Yeah, man. Like I feel like a lot of people have said that meet and greets kind of go like that.
Well, because you're there to see him live. Alright, cool.
Plus,
Yeah.
you can't get that much time to be like, hey, how's your day? Or, like,
That
you
was
can't chat
I
for
was kind of
months.
expecting that, and I
Yeah.
didn't get that, and that's
You thought you would get like a solid minute to have a
at
chat.
least,
And
yeah.
I feel like some
yeah.
artists are like genuinely there to see, like especially the up and coming ones.
Have
Luke,
fun. Yeah, enjoy.
we'll
Yeah.
definitely probably chat with you for more than a minute.
Yeah,
Luke,
but
but like obviously because they're so big, they're
Uh-huh.
like they got so many fans.
yeah, and he had to go to a club after. Well, you know what? Even that what cut me more after NLE Chopper's meetup. Okay, so we took a photo. We were in this line for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I took a photo with him, and the guy took a photo for me. All right, and it was the most dog shit photo. I like. If this goes on TikTok, we'll clip this, and I'll fucking put the photo up for you.
I'll clip it for you, bro.
I don't know if it's just a me problem, but the photo looks so bad, man.
Is it just like really blurry?
It's not blurry.
It was
it's
like
just-
a white kid like with the deer eyes. Just
yeah, yeah, dude. It was kind of like that. But then And then on top of that, afterwards, I was like, oh, we didn't get to spend much time with him. And then I went to the clubs afterwards, and we ended up just leaving because I was so cut about the meet and greet. And I look on his Insta story, and he's riding around in Lambos. Like, he's just gone, and he's driven around with some rich guys that's taking him around in Brisbane in their cars. And I'm like, oh, man, like, if I had a nice car, or if I was just baller rich, then he'd probably spend more time with me, or he might hang out with me a
You
bit
thought
more.
that you have like a dinner with him? Hey, NL, you want to have a dinner afterwards?
Yeah,
Do
for real.
you want to go to Mom and Don,
You
bro?
wanna like wine and dine? Like, we could go to Tonkaton and Sunnybank or something.
Whoa! I feel like that's targeted there.
But
You
like,
taking a girl out on a date, bro?
but I guess yeah, my expectation was unrealistic for what it was. But then to add to that, all right, some kid on TikTok ended up freestyling to him afterwards too. So I don't,
Brisbane?
yeah, so I don't know if it was like if I just asked, then he might have like just hung out.
I think it's
Because I just wanted to talk to him about his growth. I would just be like, hey, like, I've actually noticed what you're doing, and I've gone through the same thing, and I really respect what you've done.
okay. You know what? You know what happened? You were struck in the headlights, and you forgot all these questions you wanted to ask him.
Yeah.
You were like, you had these questions about, oh, I respect your growth, and I
Yeah.
want to hear for blah blah blah. You could have said that in 1 minute conversation.
Yeah.
But you were like, hi, fuck, photo. Yeah, because you can honestly have a conversation. I respect your growth. I love the hustle. What's your advice to me? 1 minute conversation.
Yeah, see?
But you were like,
Yeah.
dude, this guy, NLE said BTS. He just came in his pants.
he called me Jungle Cock.
Yeah, Jungle Cock.
Jungle Cock.
That's the, you, got,
maybe
you were
that's-
like in the
yeah.
headlights, you know.
Yeah. Well, the kid freestyled it to him, and well, I don't want to start in beef, but I'll show you boys the freestyle afterwards. It's pretty good.
Stuttering shit.
I'll show you, bro. Actually, we were at that event, and Alan was just like, he was just standing there. We were waiting for Annalie to perform, and that kid was in the, I don't know if he's a kid, he might be our age, but he was in the mosh, or like the crowd area, and he just goes, Alan says, that guy's an artist for sure, and he looks like Lil Uzi Vert. And I was like, nah, no way. And then I see him on TikTok, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't no artist, bro.
From the streets of Logan.
I don't know where he's from.
Bro, maybe he's just meant to be doing ad libs, not a full verse.
His verse was,
Mama.
his verse was yeah.
Actually, I'm on Alan's new song for ad libs. Yeah, I gotta show you this. It's funny as too. He's at a
Where is he?
should we say? Let's see.
an appointment?
Yeah, he's
his
currently at a dentist appointment.
Do we have any other topics to talk about today?
We do actually. We still got a bit more. So when's Project Gax meet and greet? Dude, we don't have enough followers for a meet and greet.
The thing is, if
There's gonna be 5 people.
Bro, can you
It's actually just our friends and family.
yeah, it's just a
Yeah, just come shout us some bubble tea at Sunny Bank
Yeah,
Market
what-
Square. We'll come there. We'll come hang with
That's
you.
like-
no, a meet and greet in the future would be terrible. You know why? We already stay around to talk to people for too long already.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Yeah,
out of the
yeah,
clubs
yeah,
at
yeah.
4 in the morning because we had to talk to 3 people.
Dude, when I go to the clubs and I see 3 people, I'm there for 45 minutes per person.
Because like I feel because when they're like, oh, Project Gax, I love your stuff. I feel bad just like walking away so
Being
quick.
like, yo, see ya. Okay,
like,
thanks, bro.
Like, who am I to be like a dickhead? Like, this guy is genuinely like supports us. I want to hear what he has to like, and he's like,
Facts.
you know, I want to have a chat with him, like a genuine conversation, treat him like a person.
I don't know if it's because my body's a bit weird. I feel like my neck sits to the side a little
Maybe.
bit.
When we get big and famous, we'll be like Keanu Reeves,
Be
just catching
humble.
public transport, whatever, catching the train.
I
Yeah,
think I
I'll bring the Yui
I
boom.
think I would, yeah. we just be a public menace. That's what we're like. We just
Oh shit! It's Project Gax.
oh my god, Project Gax back again.
Fuck the bus driver.
Catching a
like,
303.
No. Just drives away. The 100 bus from Inala, bro, come back.
Please, I can't afford petrol this week, man. But yeah, that's pretty funny. What else? What else was I gonna talk about?
Ooh,
Jeez,
depends on how deep
jeez.
you want to go.
How
Yeah.
deep do you want to go?
This has
Like,
been pretty light.
Yeah.
Do you want to
It's
get?
been-
Do
do
you
you want to get deep for the
Let's-
next half hour?
So okay, we're at 1 hour. We've had 2 segments
Let me
now.
get a chicken nugget first.
Do you want to get grab
I'll
a
get
chicken
the
nugget?
chicken nugget.
Let's have a short intermission, I guess. As I've had.
I thought you were
I've had a
feeding that to
couple.
me. What the fuck?
Oh,
Yeah, what a dog! What a dog! Hey, Alan's on his way back. He's finally moved location after.
I'm sure there is it.
We had so many.
No. Eat some for yourself.
You know what's funny? Alan's been away for over 24. No, almost 24 hours.
Man, he's.
I think it's a booty call, dude. I just ruined his game. Like I just,
You just exposed him. On
I just
fucking
exposed
camera.
him.
What's wrong
Now,
with you,
now,
man?
any other girl that watches Project Act and was slightly interested in Alan, he's
Oh,
got no
He's
chance.
taken. Fuck.
No, he's not taking it. He's just playing the game, you know.
What else?
Don't
1%
don't
Italian.
hate the
We
game.
ever-
Hey,
we talk about
don't hate me, hate the game. Don't hate me, hate the game, baby. That's a Young Thug song. We'll wait for
1% Italian.
Will to
Yeah.
to
I
get
heard him say
deep.
that he
What
likes
what about your
chili
1%
sauce.
Italian? What about it?
I feel very honored to be 1% Italian.
Why is that? What are you doing?
Arrivederci.
What are
How
you
strong
doing?
are these motherfucking jeans, bro?
I heard that you like the sweet
Oh
chili sauce.
yeah.
Ooh, sweet chili sauce.
You know what? Yesterday, for all the boys who like my Valorant streams, which is probably none,
I watch it. It's not when it's a stream of your face without the actual gameplay.
what we were doing was I got into plat. I got into plat 1, so 6 seasons of playing this game, 6 acts of playing this game. Actually, probably a bit more. I would say like a year and a half of playing Valorant consistently. Actually, no, it wasn't. I probably stopped playing Valorant like at the end of last year. Once we started Project Act, actually, I stopped playing Valorant for a while.
Play Fortnite.
But- Yeah, we played Fortnite. But dude, yeah, I made it plat 1, so now I'm gonna go to cafes. All right. Hey, actually, where's the man holding his cock? If I came to your cafe and I told you I was plat 1 in Valorant, would you give me a discount? Yes or no? I want to know. Any business owners that could be possibly watching this video right now, watching this stream right now, would you give me a discount if I told you that I hit a high rank in
I saw you, I saw you.
what the? If I hit a high rank in Valorant.
Is there like any cold? Because that drink is like warm.
There's another cold one in the fridge.
No, I don't want to open that. That's a waste of
We
money.
have no other drinks.
Alright, that's okay. Oh, I'm gonna get some nice cold water.
That's what we've been drinking.
Because water is really good.
Some H2O would definitely balance out the chicken nuggets.
100%. What were we? My wife.
I walked in front of the camera. There's a mukbang now. There's a mukbang.
There's a reason why I'm holding this pillow. We're gonna spread some love and happiness,
I like to see that.
kind of.
That's what we do.
Yo, this is like a
Do you guys like the munching noise? Are you super into it? All custom Val embroidery. You get 5% off. Oh, that's who it is. Oh my god. I was like this whole time. It's like, who in the F is Lime in the Coconut? Do you
It's
want to
Peter.
see? Yeah. Do you want to see Lime in the Coconut's YouTube videos from when he was back in high school?
Who is this?
Peter Ty.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah, I'll show you after the stream ends. I'm gonna show you boys Lime in the Coconut.
Is it his Call of Duty like kills?
Yeah, his Call of Duty gameplay, and then there's more. There's actually
This is no.
there's hidden gems. There's hidden gems on that account, mate.
I'm gonna.
I've screen recorded them already, Peter. So you got no running away, my boy. we get to see Prime Peter
Sweating over a
before Midnight Threads. Yeah, you have the last few. We have one each.
No, bro.
each.
Me and Dom destroyed that.
Yeah, just have one.
Eat it.
Have one. Is there still more, Alim, or is this the rest of it? No, I mean in general, like in the fridge. Oh wow, that was not much. Yeah, have one.
No, I'm good.
We pay. Oh, so Super Butcher is currently doing this thing, $50 for 5 meals.
That's only $10 per meal.
Wow, right?
I can make my meals for $5 a meal.
Really?
Meal prep.
Well, it's not a whole meal even. It's like $50 worth of meat.
Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
$50, 5 nights worth of meat or pies and
Bro, you don't
etc.
need vegetables. What do you mean?
I'll chuck that somewhere else for the time being. Whilst we get this prepared, do you guys? Yeah, let's run through some deeper topics. But I'm gonna chuck on TikTok Live.
Wait, is that a song done by the guy that does N words in Paris?
That's Kanye.
Yeah, he's an N word in Paris, right?
Yes, it was one of the N words in Paris. Yes. Okay, confirm that. Wow, now we're going live on TikTok live too because Brandon's unbanned.
Can you put it further away?
No, no,
Yeah,
we'll-
that's what I was saying. That's what I was
No,
saying.
put it on the back there. Yeah, back.
Move the sweet chili sauce. Move the. Move that. Let's get this closer. That's good, right? 7. Oh, Liam. 7 out of 10 chicken nugget ASMR fellas. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate that, bro. Are you gonna be? I'm assuming this is the same Liam that I'm thinking of. Are you gonna be over at the Tweakers on the weekend, my friend? Are you playing, or are you gonna be there in spirit? More sweet. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Can everybody grab a nugget and dip a lot of sweet chili sauce in that bad boy?
Can you push that box back?
No, I'll scooch in.
Press live.
Yeah, just go live.
I think this is the most nutritious dinner I've had in a while.
Can someone grab a nugget and add extra sweet chili sauce? There you go, mate. That's an abundance.
I'm gonna.
Abundance of sweet chili sauce in that bad boy. Yeah. Hey, what up? Maybe dip a turtle chip in the sweet chili sauce.
Ew.
Can we get some extra crunch? Yeah, really crunch it. Alright, really get some crunch in this. bad boy.
Yum.
Have you seen that new Chad guy, the Sigma guy? He does,
No.
Eating videos on.
Well, you gotta look at the live over there and see what they're talking about. Cause
Oh, I'm not gonna read this.
oh yeah, one of the topics.
I'm blind. My eyes are way too small to read.
Oh,
That.
really?
To be honest, anything that's going on at TikTok live right now, we don't fucking have a clue what you're doing. But if you want to come, we're online on YouTube at Project Gact. Feel free, join the stream, talk smack, whatever you want. Cry, bring your tissues and your lotion.
What was the topic? Content creation was harder than we thought it would.
Oh yeah, I love that one. I love
Yeah.
that one. That's exactly where we're going with this.
be. Yes.
Social media, content creation. Okay, I wanted to say, what's up, Pookie? I wanted to say myself that content creation and being a social media figure and influence is probably one of the hardest jobs in the world. One of, all right, Dom. One of the hardest or most difficult jobs to get going. At least I think after you become famous, it's much easier to kind of keep going with. But I would say it's probably one of the most difficult jobs to have.
I think it is because you've got to be on it 24/7. Because I
Yeah.
think how many people have you seen get burned for doing blackface when they were 14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel.
Like your history will come back and bite you in the ass if you've ever done anything slightly off.
Logan Paul, Jake Paul. And that's not slightly wrong. That was quite wrong. But you know, there's something that's a grudge that people will hold on you forever. You know, like no matter what he's doing now, he is. You know, there's actually times that he's actually helped.
I still hate him.
Yeah, exactly, right? But like there's that stuff doesn't go away. People don't stop talking about that stuff. You could do the most amazing thing in the world and they will not let you down on that. And that's just social media. That's the internet. That's just the way it is, right? But I would say on top of that, the amount of time and work that it takes to put yourself on social media and grow and actually connect with other people is ridiculous. We've been at this for 8 months now. I would say 8 months of Project Gact now, and it has been probably the most difficult thing that I've done in my I'm lying. It's not the most difficult thing I've done in my life, but it's the hardest thing that has been able to get up and going. You know, to even hit
Yeah.
1,000 followers on TikTok
So
is quite
more
difficult.
specifically, it's social media content it's hard to grow momentum
Yes.
on social media content.
Yeah.
I think it's also because when it comes to doing something creative, you get paralysis of over
Over-analysis, yes. Yeah.
Because we're trying to just kind of hop into TikTok or
Yep.
Instagram,
Yep.
see what trends are kind of going, and at the risk of losing our originality, we're trying to find other ways that we can make our content better, or we're searching for ideas that could help us grow
Yeah.
in a I guess more timely manner.
Exactly. And I think also on top of that as well, so a lot of content creators out there at the moment, it's a very fine line, and we've talked about this before. It's like when you come onto the space, you try and create content for somebody to watch. You try and cater your content to make it enjoyable, and you kind of lose that creativity, and you lose that passion for what you're making, because you're no longer making what you want to make. A lot of the time, I wouldn't say all the time, but there's a lot of times where I would make content because I know that, or I have a better feeling that this would do better on the platform, preferably over like, I'm just making a video, I'm going to post it out there, and people hopefully will like it. That there's a big skew there. That no longer exists in my mind. And content creation, so that's the mental struggles already, right? Physical, there's no hard labor. You're not lifting heavy shit, or at least not all the time. There's only sometimes you might be lifting your camera gear, but really, like, the amount of time that you need to put on it, streamers are being expected to do 45 to 50 hour weeks when they first start, and then I think it's 100 per month or something you said.
Which is like 20 hours a week.
20 hours a week, yeah, about 20 hours a week, maybe a bit more than that. But yeah, for new and upcoming streamers, they're asking people to do a large amount, like normal, what's it called, full-time work hours. And for most people to sit at a computer like that, as easy as it looks to just sit on your ass, you have to be entertaining for that whole time, right? You can't just be doing absolutely nothing. Like, playing Valorant's pretty fun, but if you want to keep people in your streams, it is ridiculously hard. Even something like this, what we're doing right now, for people to stay on our live stream on YouTube at Project Gact, it's actually very, very difficult. People are going to hop in and out. And unless you're talking about something super interesting throughout the whole time, people are leaving. You're going to have, like, you just constantly, no one's really going to stay. Or unless you're super famous, or if you have gigantic titties. Like, it's...
Will's got titties.
Yeah.
But you should shake your ass.
That's man titties, bro. Then ain't no
Should
one
I?
see I don't know. Want to see the man titties.
Are we guaranteed 100 stream views if I shake my ass on screen?
Maybe TikTok will like it a bit
Dude,
more.
if you do it,
Yeah.
time to start a Dom's fan. So
Dom's fans.
Dom's fans, not
Dom's
only fans. It's just Dom's
Dom's
fans.
But
No,
yeah.
I
What's your-
definitely see like the struggle of creating that momentum, and I feel like the difficulty is at the start where you just don't have a steady footing. Where you don't know exactly the right actions to take, and the uncertainty of how to do things properly. That's difficult. I get, and then trying to build that momentum up. But I feel like, for example, when you're up there, it becomes a little bit easier.
Of course, yeah. Because you got a mass following now, right? So no matter what you post, it's probably gonna do pretty well. Yeah, ultimately. But just when I'm looking at social media or content creation from a standpoint, I'm thinking of it from starting from the ground up. It's probably one of the most difficult things to do, because realistically, no one really gives a fuck who you are, right? No one really cares.
I thought we
who
weren't
you are.
swearing.
Well, no one really
No,
cares
F.
what we're saying.
Yeah, no one cares what you're saying. Like that. Once again, I can swear, and people would not even really notice because they're not even watching. But you see what I mean? Like, and then, so unless you've got any influence or any power over social media, unless you've got a mass following, like, people don't really care who you are. And then you have to make them care. Realistically, that's what we're doing. We're doing content to make people care, so we can kind of sell something. That's the business. That's the business of what content creation is, right? So, like, how do we, and this is not only in content creation, this happens in every business, all right? You have that initial stage where it's a grind, a constant grind, all right? What should we do, or how do we do it is the question that I have here today, all right? So if you were to make a business or a brand, what would be your suggestion, or, like, from our experience, what has been the best thing for us to do, and how do we keep doing it?
I genuinely think that there isn't a guide for this. I think you just need to do it.
Yep.
Give it a go.
Yep.
And then just look for feedback.
Yeah, and people in the chat, if you have any ideas as well, like if you started making content, because I know Liam, that was in the chat before anyway, you have had a dibble dabble with your DJ career on the social media platform, and probably a bit longer than I have. If you have any suggestions for us, please like link us down below or like comment down below, and tell us like what your experience with it is too. Because and so what I've been seeing on TikTok with some of the new creators coming out, evidence-based training, EBT, in the Gold Coast, just a normal guy starting to make nutrition videos and telling people about like their calories and stuff. Like you don't have to eat certain foods. People are going to tell you to go on a diet, but realistically, if you just keep track of your calories, you can still have good foods and yummy foods, but just don't eat so much of it, right? Like that's a big thing. So he is doing that, and he's saying for people to make content, you just want to make it, just start, just doing it, right? Yeah, just get out there, which is where we
Just
come into play.
make it. And I think
Yeah.
like eventually this sort of job involves you become like a salesperson. You've got to be confident, you've got to be assertive, because when you're confident and assertive, you could sell ice to an Eskimo.
Ice to an Eskimo.
Ice to an Eskimo.
Ice to an Eskimo. Okay.
A eucalyptus sleep to a koala.
Wow.
More Australian.
No, but
Wow.
it's just one of those things where I think the more that you do something, the more you become confident in doing that thing.
Yeah.
Going to the gym, the more you go to the gym, hopefully over time, the more confident you become in doing exercises at the gym.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things.
Yeah. So consistency is key. Trying to build that once again, progression is a goal, not perfection. You never like we've realized more than ever now. We're not going to go from one step to the very next step straight away. It's a constant battle and growth. And if you give up and you stop, you're just gonna stay in the same spot.
I kind of see it as like design.
Yes.
So like let's say you're designing a product, which is content, right? You basically just throw up ideas on the page. You have your audience or your teacher who gives you feedback on which designs are good or bad. And then from those designs, like, oh, this is shit, this content's bad, this is good, this is bad. And then from those ideas, you just refine and refine and refine until you get really good at it. So for example, for us, we started doing vlogs and all this stuff, and we settled on streams and making little skits and walkthroughs, and those were the ideas that stuck to the wall. And I feel like those are the ideas that we should keep refining and get better at, rather than also just at the same time focusing on new different ideas. Focus on the good stuff first, because that's what the momentum came from.
Yes.
And I don't think we should start making, I feel like in terms of content, we shouldn't start making like weird stuff that, you know what I mean?
Well, I think it's focusing on one thing at a time as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
what you're pointing out. It's don't try to put, you spread your effort everywhere, right? Because it just means that if you're doing a half-assed effort here, you can do a half-assed effort here.
Yeah, exactly.
And there and there.
It's kind of like for now, and like I feel like if we start selling merch now, then it's not gonna work. We're taking away our attention from content to try and do a different project.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and if I feel like we just for the next like year or so, just keep perfecting the stream, keep perfecting the shock content, keep perfecting like the.
Oh shit! Someone just
everything.
sent us an ice cream. Sorry.
I'm gonna choke you, little.
I think at the same time, we don't need to be perfect at anything. I think we just need to be confident
Yeah.
and happy with what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because from the most part, like when we think about our first stream till now,
Dude,
Oh, they're sending us more ice creams.
I think
Hey, everybody.
Shut.
3, 2, 7 ice creams, bro. Right, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for the ice cream.
I want to choke you out so bad.
Wow. Oh my god. Thank you for the ice cream. It's really hot today.
If
Wow. Listen to music. Listen to the bass. Dun, 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 dun.
you guys can't see off screen, but we have a TikTok live, and
Wow.
And
Thank
this-
you for the roses and the microphones and the music and the dun, 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 dun. I'm a DJ. Ba-bum-bum.
I really
this
want.
man's like a stripper. He's like, oh my god, you gave me money? Oh my god.
I'm using
I'll clip it.
I'm using that for my
I'm gonna be honest. If I was a girl and I was like looking to get with you, and I just saw that, I'd be like, my coochie would dry up so quick. I'm like, holy fuck.
instantly dry. Oh my god. But back to what we were saying.
Did you
Yes.
send that on the screen? Was it you?
No,
Oh,
it was actually somebody enjoying our content. So thank
Oh,
you so
wow.
much. I
Great.
really appreciate
Perfect.
that.
Love that.
Thank you so much for the gifts.
Actually,
If you send me, they
let
send me
me-
a TikTok. That's what they did.
What are the comments?
me
Are
a
there any
TikTok.
comments on the stream?
Gelagor the Undead sent 10 plus 1 plus 2, 13.
Oh wait,
That's
I
good.
actually know who that is. Okay, if
Who's
you know us,
Skelligor?
please stop sending us money. And this goes to the same people. All right, if you know us, I feel bad when you send me money, so stop sending me money.
It's actually money.
Yes, well, they have dollar values, and you can withdraw it. Yes, yeah. It's some of them are not much, but there's some people who can send quite a lot. So
I
just
I
feel
hope it's
like-
like 5 cents.
yeah,
I hope
like
it's like money that you can put in the pokies. If you can put in pokies,
yeah.
it's fine. But if it's like
Like, I
a
don't-
down payment on
What's
house,
wrong with the pokies?
I don't mind. I don't
Cesspit.
mind. Okay, stop
Pay
sending.
his laptop.
Okay, no more ice creams. All right, I don't want any more ice creams, man.
dude, I've never heard that expression. Pokies is a tradie's laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They go to work all day. They're tired.
Yeah.
Their pockets are full of cash from all the cashy jobs that they do.
This is the thing,
Bro.
right? I don't need the money. Do not send me money, all right? We don't need, unless we're doing some group project thing that we're gonna use the money for. And like, if you wanna pay us money, then I will make merch for you guys to buy, so you get something out of it. But at this point in
Can
time,
we start a GoFundMe?
I don't want you
Yeah.
guys to pay for me talking, all right? My voice is not immaculate like Dua Lipa's or something. I have no reason for you to be sending me gifts on TikTok. If you do send me gifts on TikTok or you send me money like in donations, we'll ensure that you get your value for it. And I hope that is to ask of something more than anything.
Okay. Cool. Can you stand up and give this man a show? Turn
Give
around.
a show.
Turn around.
Come on,
stand up,
Mercedes.
Turn around.
What's your super name? Candy?
Wow.
Mercedes?
Thank you for the ice cream. It's been really hot today. Yum.
Where is
What
it
is
actually
this
from?
one? Strawberry vanilla? No, I just made it myself. I'm just really good at it. This is what I do on the weekends. Yeah. Wow, is that Neapolitan? Wow, thank you so much. Hey, someone give me some ice cream.
I feel like this is like your audition to be like a like a
fucking
club
NPC.
MC.
MC. Yeah, scroll down. Maybe there's more. He sent me 56 ice creams, so I gotta do that 56 times before he gets his value, right?
You're matchy. Any of you diabetic? Yeah, I need my sugar.
Goddamn.
Can you give me some, what's that drug that gets you skinny?
Ozempic.
Ozempic. Can someone give me Ozempic?
Oh, we got a jelly each.
Oh, thank
Dude,
you.
hang
I
on.
want the pink jelly, bitch.
That's cute.
How do you open it?
Oh, it's frozen too.
How do you open-
Shit.
Oh, I see. There's an open
It's
slip.
open, but it's frozen.
Wow, we went from a real deep and meaningful conversation to opening
Bro,
jelly
we-
sticks.
We really sold out for some money, huh?
Someone paid us 5 cents, and now we're like, all right, take your shirts off.
Alright, thank you for the gift. We are now eating in because of the gift. Back to the stream. Sorry guys, we just neglected you for a quick second for free money.
Straight
now-
piped AU playing 2-pack. I said, is sell bags, get money, a good occupation.
He was liking the TikTok live, man. He's liking the TikTok live. He keeps going back to it now. He's like, "Ah, this is profitable."
Bro, all I heard was free money? Ice creams on money? Bro, send me that shit.
So, don't listen to Brandon. Don't listen to what he said before. Send me the money. Send me more gifts.
I still care about you guys on the stream.
Could you send it
I'm
to
not
my
sellout.
PID? If I shout out my number?
You know what's...
Okay.
Okay.
will dox
Let's just
myself.
put this. Let me get this straight with the TikTok viewers, okay, and some of the YouTube viewers if you're watching. When you send me gifts on TikTok, all right, I don't get all of it. All right, I don't get the entirety. TikTok takes 75% or whatever that money is. If you send it,
Really?
I'm pretty sure it's quite a bit. Because they have to buy the coins, and then the coins become like the gifts that they send. So if you want to really support us,
The fuck?
send it directly to my bank account. That way I get the full amount, and you're not losing any money to TikTok.
No, better yet, can you just message me or message the Project Gact TikTok? Your 16 digits, your date of expiry, and the 3 digits on the back. That's what actually.
You know what's funny? The amount of money they've sent us on TikTok Live is how much you would have to pay for this at the Tuck Shop.
Yeah.
You know, like the
real.
jelly sticks at the Tuck Shop? This is how much... 5 cents.
You
10
like-
cents.
These are my guilty pleasures.
They're pretty good.
These are my guilty pleasure. But yeah, back to content creation, probably one of the hardest things that I've done in my life. So
Get started.
to get started. Okay, Dom, to get started. So we've been at this content game for a little bit now. I mean, it has been a bit inconsistent. We had probably a month where we didn't do much, and that was according to myself anyway. I slacked off and I stopped doing it for a bit to focus on some other stuff and maybe to look out for my life. But yeah, like content creation, dude, it's a slow and long grind, man. Like people do not care. People will not really watch your videos, and realistically, if you make the videos that you want to make, you ain't gonna get shit. All right, people ain't gonna watch your videos. We have to make the skits. We have to make certain videos that are appealing to the audience if we want to grow. All right, like
You just need more candy on screen.
candy on screen.
Bro,
we
you boys
need
stay
women.
here. You know what?
We need women.
I'm gonna do a mukbang for the TikTokers.
We need women. But yeah, nice ass.
Just point the camera to
His
your
whole
corner.
ass just covered the entire screen.
That's a big blunder.
I'm selling out.
Alright.
All right, point the camera towards you more.
Content creating racing.
Bring the
Hello,
camera
okay.
closer. Bring the camera closer.
We need William's tits. Yes, we do. We do need some of William's tits. No, I think people like the fact that's a little show thing.
Oh, that's
I think-
okay.
Yeah.
And we need
full.
Williams tits.
But yeah, like content creation has been really difficult because if we don't like, yes, we want to make a certain amount of content and we still make that content, but realistically, excuse me. Whilst we make that content, we've got to make extra stuff too because people are going to watch the other stuff, right? So the only way that we manage to retain our authenticity on screen and on camera is by doing both. Is by doing the stuff that we like doing, such as the podcast, such as the clips, such as the interviews, etc. And then on top of that, doing our viral, our viral skits, not that we have any viral skits really, but like our trendy stuff, our dances, the TikTok dances. That's the reason why I'm doing the, whoa. And
If you gift another 10 ice creams, Brandon will do a muzz.
yeah. Oh, no, it won't. I will
Do it.
for an ice cream.
Do it. Slut.
Do it. One galaxy, one muzz. But yeah, like seriously, I think this has been a crazy journey for us. And one thing that I've really struggled with is the mental impact that it has on me. And I was also going to talk about the social impact that it has on starting your own business, starting your own brand. A lot of people just assume that because you become so wealthy and it's so lucrative to run your own business that it's a really easy lifestyle. But to get it to that point, the amount of sacrifices that you make to even get there is absurd, really absurd and concerning. Because like even for me, spending time with my partner, I won't spend as much time with my partner because I'm too busy focusing on what I have to do, or and that comes with everything. That comes with pretty much anything. When you're so driven and you're striving to reach a goal, you kind of drop everything else and you become tunnel vision and you run straight for it. And you probably don't see that fun side of it until you finally hit your goal. Realistically, what's your opinions on this?
I'm full.
I think it's hard.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
no one really gives you a guide on how to become viral or how to grow an audience
Yeah.
online.
Well, they do, and they charge you for it, but it's
Yeah, but, like,
usually not.
realistically,
It's
how's
not
it-
a cookie cutter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not- Because everyone's personality is different. We're all our own individuals. You can't just create, your kind of persona online just like that. It's not that easy. And for the most part, people that you find really enjoyable, really unique, and really just fun to watch
Yeah.
are the guys that are really just themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Like-
and eventually, that's what I mean. So, like at the start, it's like you want to be yourself, but no one's gonna watch you because you're not yourself.
Pretty
And then
much,
later on, people enjoy watching you for yourself, which is that's where it becomes so confusing, right? It's like, so what do we do? Do we not be ourselves, or do we be ourselves? And like that's where I'm like in that mumbo jumbo section. Do I stop? Do I quit because no one's watching me? Who knows? Who
I
knows?
reckon you just keep doing what you're doing, man.
We don't need to be tools
Don't-
going out.
Y'all
bringing
already
You
know
don't-
that I'm not
don't-
quitting shit.
Don't change for the world. don't let the world change you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
No, but it's
TikTok live.
it's not like we're changing for the dollar. It's not like that. I think it's just more so.
A US dollar's changing for us. I mean,
It's hard. Like, I guess joining the sort of entertainment industry, are we selling ourselves to be something more than what we actually are?
is it just me or this? I'm sorry, my ADHD might be kicking in, but we are completely on the side.
Yeah, because you keep moving the camera, the table.
No, it's not the table.
camera.
It's us. We're on the side.
Oh, because of the rug. You keep pulling it. See?
Oh.
I think whenever, because when it comes to like online content and like being in the public's eye, it's always gonna be a fine line of being authentic, but also creating content that stands out while also being authentic.
Yes.
I think the other thing is that people think it's really easy. Like, how many people do you see online try to sell like e-com courses on how to sell this, sell that? Realistically, it's like, yeah, getting the products might be really easy. Setting up your website, that sort of thing, might just cost a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
But it's how do you get it viral? How do you get something like that to really blow up?
Yeah. Like
And
even for
that's
us
a really hard thing.
right now, it's like we talk about life quite often, right? We talk about the struggles that we have. We talk about the ways to combat them. We're giving people solutions and advice on how to live a much happier lifestyle and live healthier and to live longer and generate this good and positive lifestyle, right? But people don't want to hear that. But people don't want to see that. People find that confronting and they're not ready to see that at that time. And once again, they're not willing to change unless they need to change. So how do we, not how do we combat that, but the thing is we have to combat that, right? And we can't give up because this is the message we want to push. And we just hope that people out there kind of like get on board, yeah.
I'd like to think that with us being persistent and consistent with the content that we're making and doing these streams and whatnot, that is how we build our community and our following.
Yeah.
And it's something that we've pointed out frequently, and that's the fact that we have such loyal followers.
Oh, yeah.
We're seeing the same people on our streams,
On the streams all the
every
time.
week.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sick of seeing their names. Bring some more people in for once, you fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
Ungrateful little boy over here in the middle of the couch.
Cancelled.
Cancelled.
right now. No, but I think
And no, as much as I say that, to be honest, there's a lot of people in this chat that do share our content realistically, and that's probably the thing that helps us
And
the
shut them
most.
out.
Well, even Liam, when we see him at the rave, he talks about us all the time, and he always says hi. He always says hello. Christian is obviously pretty much a core member of our group. And
He's a
then-
shadow member.
Yeah,
Jaden-
dude.
Jaden,
Jaden. Yeah, it's been in there like for the last.
Since day one, actually. I think she's been in there since day
No,
one.
actually, Jaden's only been there recently, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she's coming
Whoa.
back. Whoa.
No,
Whoa.
you're thinking of JD, and JD hasn't been here for.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, JD hasn't been here for a while.
So many J names, J Joe.
Apparently, they're most toxic people. But anyways, but yeah, we do have some really loyal fan base, and that's the thing. I think we should just be able to work with that, and we appreciate it, and we appreciate the fact that you do share it, and we do support us. But ultimately, our goal is to have a much wider audience, and we're going to continue to keep pushing until we hit that kind of goal. Which is, and that's the reality. Once again, it's realistic. It's like we're not going to be able to do anything unless we have more people following. So we're just going to have to keep doing it until we do,
I feel like with trying to change people and trying to help people out, right? I think we just gotta be more open about our own experiences.
Yeah.
Because like if LeBron James tells you to work hard, okay, but if he shows you what he went through and what he had to do to get where he is, it's more inspirational.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see an interview between Dom and I? Is that a thing?
What?
Yeah, remember that?
An interview between?
Me and you, Dom. Like you interview me again.
Oh my
You
god,
wanna
that was such a nightmare.
You want to interview me again?
Fuck.
I mean, we could.
I mean, we can do a stream instead and just
Yeah.
have one camera
Yeah.
instead of three.
Three. We had
Just
we had 3 cameras and different point of views, and then we did.
We tried to make it look hella professional, but
Yeah.
it kind of ended up looking like shit, and the audio was terrible. I had to mix it, and it was terrible.
Christian says he wants to see a casting couch.
Casting couch. We can do
Casting
that.
couch. We
This
can
is
do-
the casting couch.
Is this a casting couch?
This is the casting couch. Hi, my name is Dominic. Oh, nice to meet you, Dominic. And then, can you stand up for me? Yeah.
Can you give me a practice moan?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
If you want to hear more, $10.
Only 10.
Damn, that's cheap.
I'm cheap, bro.
That's cheap. That's cheap.
I'm as cheap as they come.
Bro, is that like 100 ice cream cones?
All right. Send me another 50. Send me another 50 and you do another moan. So now, all right, big one.
We have 13 minutes left.
Yeah,
God, we've had this for a long time.
we've been at this
Well,
for a
I
little
still feel
bit.
good, but I just have to get home
Yeah.
and sleep.
I hope you guys if you guys are still watching,
I'm tired.
make sure you drop us a subscribe. Make sure you hit us with a follow on Instagram. Shake some booty, whatever you wish. Now, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. All right.
Bigger.
Friendships and emotional support. Yeah. Friendships, love.
Overrated.
Overrated.
I'm just kidding.
Overrated. What am I to you?
Wallet.
What? He says, where did you get your emotional support blue turtle shell from?
Oh,
Dude, this was actually from EB Games, dude. This
dude.
is.
And is the tag still
You
on
see?
still?
You like that?
Where's the tag?
It's got a hole at the front, and you know what we do.
Where's
with-
the tag?
You know, y'all know what these holes are for. I don't know. The tag's not on it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it's yeah, that hole. It is very emotional support. That hole.
No, you know why? I always put the turtle on my thing. It's like a fat boy habit because it hides my belly, and I used to do it as a kid a lot.
He's
And
got
now,
some insecurities.
whenever I stream, I like to put it on my belly so you guys can't see my
He says-
belly.
Oh, yo, the YouTube is popping off. The TikTok is a ghost town. That is.
Yeah. Well,
That's probably the last thing I want to hear, bro. I was just kidding.
wait, hold on.
I
who's
just
that? Badger.
Patrick
Called Skelgo.
Skelgo. That's the guy that's just
Oh.
sent us 50 million ice creams. Yeah.
Alright. So coming back, we're
Coming
talking
back
about
to it, yeah.
happiness and
Happiness,
sorry,
friendships,
and
emotional.
loneliness.
Yeah, loneliness. Thank you.
Loneliness and friendships.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's a much broader and
Yeah.
more I guess concise topic.
Mm.
Here, so loneliness. Have you ever struggled with loneliness, Dom?
I think I only felt, I guess, that loneliness feeling of being alone, even around so many people, was early high school when I would pretend to be someone I wouldn't just to fit in. Those weren't my real friends. They were people I was trying to impress, to coerce into being my friend. And I felt lonely because they didn't really care about my true self. They cared about what I was trying to be, a footy player, a fucking muso, whatever it was.
Wait, you
And that's
tried to
what-
be a footy player for some friends?
Hey man, it's fucking grade 8. I was new kid. Everyone was there since grade 5, right? Leave me alone.
I didn't try.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But like that's when I felt the loneliest. And then it was like grade 9 or grade 10 where I'm like, fuck man, people just gotta like me for who I am, and whoever doesn't. And then that's when I made really close friends in high school, and that's when I was like, oh shit, I'm not alone. I can have a chat with these
That's
guys.
crazy. You did that at a very young age. I'm not gonna lie. In grade 9 or grade 10, to realize that people are just like, oh wells, people are gonna like you for, just who you are, preferably over trying to be somebody
'Cause
else.
I felt so exhausted trying to pretend to be this person, trying to be like, hey guys, how was the footy on the weekend? I didn't fucking know about footy, bro. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then once I was like, I actually like anime and like, I don't know, games. And they're like, oh shit, me too.
And then the
And-
Asian people started swarming.
Yeah,
you. It was
no,
like-
well, yeah. But then I was like, and then it got to the point where I'm like, oh shit, it's so exhausting trying to be someone you're not. You might as well just be yourself, and then whoever doesn't like you, you don't have to talk to them.
Mm.
But the people who do like you, they'll be
Yeah.
around you.
How did you combat? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna point
yeah.
out playing. So you say you're playing like rugby, right?
I wasn't playing rugby. I would hang out with the rugby boys, and I'd be like, hey guys, rugby on the Broncos, right?
No, what I was gonna say.
Fucking
Do you have any
gay.
input into Badger's question in terms of the difference between friendship and camaraderie?
Oh, I have like this is what I learned too in high school when
Yeah.
I was like in grade 10.
Yeah.
There's a difference between friendship and acquaintances.
Uh huh. Okay.
Acquaintances are people you say hi, hello to, and you put on a face.
Yep.
Friendships is who you go to and be like, I'm having a shit day.
Yep.
Help me out. Those are your friends versus acquaintances. Because people have a million acquaintances and they always mix them up with their friends. You think this guy that you see at the clubs or at a rave every so often is your friend. He's an acquaintance.
Mhm.
You can't rely on him. He can't rely on you. He's an
Mm.
acquaintance. You see him every so often.
Mhm.
Your mate from high school who you haven't seen in 3 years, who wants to hang out, have a chat, and he's feeling lonely about his relationship, he's your friend.
Yeah.
Even though you haven't seen each other for so long, he's
Mhm.
still your friend.
Yeah. 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 That's a much deeper connection towards
Yeah,
it, hey?
exactly.
Yeah. So yes, we do believe that there's a big difference between friendship and camaraderie. Because like we at Project Gact anyway, because as you know, this is a group of all our friends pretty much. We had 2 extra people in this group that that we assume were friends, and then they kind of just like fell out of it, unfortunately, and like they're just not around, and that happens. I think with friendships, that definitely comes around to a certain point where things just don't align, things get busy, and then so real friends, what happens is they end up coming back eventually,
Mm.
or you start to see them again, like once things start to chill out and calm down, or once they get their life, to their expected goals or whatever like that. So you just give that time. I think as to be a good friend, you have to be able to give that space and time for them to do what they need to do. Because when you're too overwhelming and you're too in their face, and they can't do that. So yes, I feel like the difference between that friendship is we all have a really big connection to each other. When we need help, we have someone to talk to, and you can just feel it. You don't even have to ask for it. You can just sense it. Like when Dom's having a bad day, I'm just like, okay, something's up, and you need to say something about it.
Dude, so you know how you can tell the difference between a friend and acquaintance? When you see that friend who you haven't seen for years, like for example, I met my high school mate at end of last year. We had dinner for the first time in like years. And not years, but like it was close to
For
a
a
year.
while, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It felt like nothing had ever changed.
Yeah.
It was back to where we left off.
That's
An
the best
acquaintance
feeling.
is, hey, how's your life been?
Yeah.
That's an acquaintance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your friend is, oh shit, I just feels like we got bingsu milk tea yesterday.
Also,
You
another
know?
thing is I find that like when you have a really close friend, and this could be pretty toxic, but sometimes like the drama or the issues that you have with the really close friends are much bigger, but they get sorted out.
Oh,
As
yeah.
for with acquaintances, like you're very easily droppable.
No, but I think that's because with friends, you're good friends.
Yeah, you care more.
The more drama you have, it just shows how much more you care.
You care.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think in terms of Badger's perspective of camaraderie,
Yeah.
for me, like I kind of see it from like a bit of a military sort of perspective,
Uh-huh.
and that's where you get most of it.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's more so, in a fucked up way, the way that I perceive it is almost like trauma bonding.
Yeah.
You're building such a strong connection and relationship with these people through empathizing over the things that you overcame together. And I think that would be much stronger and more powerful than friendships in some instances.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's like
depending what it is that you guys
it's
had
like,
to overcome together.
it's like having a community belonging to a group as camaraderie, you know. But at the same time, in that camaraderie, you have your friends.
Yeah.
It's like every sporting club. You feel a camaraderie, sense of friend, like a community. But in that footy club, you'll always have that one best friend, who you always see after footy and stuff.
That is more what I meant, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Cool,
Oh,
cool,
okay,
cool.
yeah.
My English not too good, to be honest.
That's why I pointed it out.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I guess for you boys though, I guess we're all of different ages and we'll kind of vary by about, I think, 3 years exactly.
A couple years, I would say. Yeah. 2 years. 3
1 year
years.
between us.
What is your perspective on the friends that you have right now and how many friends you still have? And we'll go in order.
It's definitely shrunk. Like coming out of high school, it was a lot of people, and the thing I learned so early after high school was like, don't be scared for your friends to come and go into your life, because the real ones will come full circle, 360 kind of thing. You know what I mean? And that's what happened with with Jaden. One of my friends, Jaden, and I didn't really talk to him for a while because of issues, and after I'll give you an example. Jaden, I've known him since grade 2. Really close in primary school, distant in high school. Got back really close together after high school, and then because of whatever situation, I'm not gonna talk about it. After high school for a couple of years, we were distant, and now we're super close again. Those are friends.
Yeah,
That keep circulating. Even though you guys have different pathways, you'll still come back
Kind of
together.
meet.
Yeah,
at some
exactly.
point,
And
yeah. And you guys are probably closer than ever right now. Hey?
yeah,
which is-
exactly. Yeah, because I just try to make time for them.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a good thing. That's a
Compromise,
good
yeah.
thing. That's a great.
That's what you told me. That's what you
Yeah.
told me years. I think it's been a couple of years now since you told me that.
Wow.
You make time for your friends.
Yeah.
But
You
for-
compromise. You know?
Yeah.
For everyone watching, how old are you, Dom?
I'm 22.
22?
Yeah.
Now, Brandon, from your perspective as a 24-year-old.
As a 24-year-old, so I keep my circle extremely small, right? So like I think over the last couple of years, so from when I was younger, I didn't have many friends already. I struggled throughout high school without, like, I had maybe one or two close friends, and the other people I just didn't really get along with. I didn't have time to make friends because I was constantly playing tennis. I was training, so my friends were my coach, or my friends were people that were much older than me, and maybe even my parents. At that time, I was constantly with my parents at all times, being an only child, so I just didn't have access to friends at all that much. And then coming out of high school, I had maybe one or two good friends, and then same thing again. I was working, I was doing other stuff, so I didn't go out. I didn't make time for my friends.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that stuff because I was so focused and zoned in on me and myself. And now coming into probably like my 20s, from my 20s onwards, I've found I tried to make too many friends, and I got fucked over because I got screwed over because I tried to make too many friends and I accommodated for too many people that didn't really value me. They just wanted me there as their friend because I gave them, it was a one-way street kind of thing. I gave them a lot of myself, but they didn't give much back to me. And I had to learn the hard way that I was getting used and abused at that
By
time.
me. You paid for a lot of my lunches and milk teas back in the day.
Yeah, I got used and
That's fucked up. Love
um,
you.
yeah, I got used and abused throughout that time in order to, like for their own benefit. I had to understand that and I had to learn that. And I went through a period of time where I only had my cousins after that, maybe like a few months where it was just me and my cousins living in a completely new place because I moved from Melbourne to Brisbane as well. And then after that, I found my girlfriend. And I just happened, it was very lucky. I didn't found my girlfriend. I found my best friend, Dom.
You found me
at a
first
at a
by
rave.
by an hour.
At a rave. But then I also met my girlfriend on the night, and then we started talking, and I made new connections with new people, and I was very wary, and I still to this day, I'm very cautious around who is around with me, because I feel like I don't want to ever go through that experience again of having somebody, be here for the wrong reasons. So yes, my perspective at this time and at this period, at this present time, is I value my friends very, very highly, and hence why I make a lot of time for them, or hence why I will put myself out for them, because I have been through the situation where I had people around me that didn't do that. So so it's just like a high level of respect.
When it to like, after high school, and you said that you guys kind of drifted apart, right? There was no ill intent, right? It was just like you was just so focused on this thing you were doing.
Yeah.
It wasn't on purpose. You didn't. If you saw them today, you still enjoyed it.
Actually,
right?
that's crazy. Because I caught a lot of slack from a lot of people in high school because I was never available to go out or was never around. So there was a lot of people that actually enjoyed my company throughout school, but I just didn't really realize it. And they would ask me to go places, and I never went.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't go. I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
So then they started saying like, Brandon doesn't ever want to go out with anybody. Like he's like a loner. He's fucking boring and all that shit. And I did have that situation at the start. And then, but there was a few, once again, there was a few good people who always stuck up for me. They were always like, "What? That's not the Brandon I know. Like the person that I do know."
Like, oh, it's his parents. It's not him.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd love to go out, but his
Yeah.
parents are so strict.
Yeah, and
Right.
I'm really close friends with those people. So there's 3 significant people that I have back in Melbourne that always stuck their neck out for me, because when they heard something bad or when there was something going around, they'd be like, "No, that's not him. You've got the completely wrong person." Because I know Brandon. I've been with him. I've seen him. And that has never ever happened. So you're just making up stories. And those people to this day are probably, like, I would say, my best friends. And I will always, once again, like you said, even though I don't talk to them, they live in Melbourne, I never chat to them. One of them just had a housewarming party, and I didn't go, and because it was in Melbourne, and I had stuff on here, unfortunately. but they respect that. They're like, well, that's just the way it is, and we're still friends, you know. And
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do, and I'll do what I got to do. And one day we'll be able to meet up and go on holidays or something. I don't know.
Before we get to Will, I want to shout out Guy Friendships because it's so low maintenance.
Guy friendships are low
Low
maintenance.
Guy Friendships are so
Yeah.
low maintenance, and I
Yeah.
shout you out.
I'm gonna
Anyways,
I'm gonna
Will,
say yes and no on that one.
yes and no.
I think it really depends because for me, so 22, 24,
24. Yeah.
27,
26?
turning
Oh,
28.
28,
So like
yeah.
I'm getting older.
20, 20.
Um,
My mind is still 20.
Wait, we gotta get big crypto Zyko on here.
in terms of I guess loneliness and friendships, for me growing up, I was quite fortunate. Had a lot of friends, had a lot of family.
Mm-hmm.
Going into university, I got into a relationship, and I parted ways with a lot of my friends. And then after ending that relationship, I reconnected with a lot of my friends, and I was quite lucky that I guess a lot of the people that I was surrounded with, I guess, were still very open to kind of having me come back. They were just very nice, like-minded people, so they welcomed me back with open arms. Even since then, I've lost a lot of those friends, and I think it's just as you get older, you lose your friends to a couple of different reasons. You lose some to relationships. You lose some to careers. You lose some to just people focusing on themselves. Like that's all normal, reasonable.
Just
stuff.
life.
But see, they're the sort of friends that you can always reach out to. Couple of years down the track, like the friends that we connected with, you can always reach out to them, and they'll always be there to lend an ear or to catch up and whatnot.
100%.
And they're the really good friends that you can have, right? Because you'll have them for life.
Yeah.
But for me, I guess I just grew out of touch with a couple of my other close friends, and it's just because as you get older, you only want to really surround yourself with people that share the same values as you, because you don't want to be friends with that dude that's like,
When you're
I
having
don't
a
know.
family, he's still in his he thinks he's still going clubbing in his 30s.
yeah, or just like trying to sleep with really young girls, doing heaps of shit, drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Dude,
And-
facts,
I
bro.
feel attacked.
See, Holden Hiscock puts this out. Adult friendships are hard to maintain. You got to book months in advance to make anything happen.
Yeah,
And it's
because
exactly
they
like
have
that.
so many commitments
Yeah.
at that age, right?
Because
yeah.
like one of my closest friends lives in Melbourne now. He used to live in Brisbane, and so for me and him, we got to schedule our hangouts. Because he's not here. He's not up here often. I'm not down there often.
Yeah.
And so when he is, we make an effort to see each other, and
100%.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So I think it definitely requires a lot of effort, and that's what a lot of people tend to forget. You actually have to kind of
Make effort,
Make
make time
effort.
for your friends. Yeah.
And I
And,
think you also got to compromise as well.
you do, because we were talking about this earlier, right? Like it's sometimes it is really hard because it feels like a one-way street where you're the one that's always asking your friends to hang out,
Yeah.
and sometimes it might just have to be like that. You might just have
You
to
might have to
suck
be like the
bull-
leader.
Yeah,
You might have to be like the because it's like for like me and my other boys, like I'm always the one, like most of the time, like I say 70% of the time, I'm always the one saying, let's go and have lunch or whatever, and all the boys like, yep, sure, all goods.
Yeah.
And then when we actually get there, it feels like through the chat they don't want to really go out, but when you actually get together once every fortnight, it feels great because
Yeah.
everyone's enjoying this
You
time.
have to instigate. Sometimes you do have to
Yeah, you
instigate.
have to be
Definitely.
you have
Yeah.
to be the leader. You
Yeah,
have to
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I think that's completely okay. Like people just get so caught up in their lives where that's not their first thought, not their first
no,
priority.
exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, and when someone says something like that, when they're like, "Hey, let's go out and we'll plan something," you're like, "Oh wow, yeah, I completely forgot about that." Like, yeah, we should go out and catch up again, and that's that's so natural.
Because like
Yeah.
if one of your friends is busy with uni, work, and familiar troubles and relationship issues, the last thing on their mind is having ramen with your other mate
Yeah.
who you haven't seen in like couple weeks.
Quite honestly,
yeah.
yes.
I just hope that a lot of our viewers out there, and just a lot of men in general, aren't so macho that they don't feel like they might feel embarrassed to kind of reach out to their friends.
Yeah,
I touch
You
the
know, just
boys
do
all
it.
the time.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
I think you need an activity for you because I read this somewhere.
Yeah.
Guys need an activity to get their mind off things, and then they'll open up. What was funny? Don't be old, CD
I'm
dude. That's a
reading
jazz.
the
Jazz bars
Scream
with
Fuck.
there's jazz bars for 30 plus.
There's jazz bars in Brisbane. What do you do?
Yeah.
Touch girls?
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
I don't know. What do you do in
I
jazz?
think that's okay.
You put a hypnol in a drink?
I think
Bro,
that's
have you ever just
sure,
had a drink and just try to like chill back, relax, and just enjoy the music?
Oh yeah, but what's a jazz bar?
Same thing.
Oh really?
yes.
Is it like live music?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like Death and Taxes. You know, like just sit down, have a nice drink.
Yeah, I've lost count the amount of times when I have to invite myself over, especially when my friends are posting they are barbecuing a brisket. Man, that sounds a little
That's targeted. That's targeted.
targeted.
That's targeted. That's so targeted. Yeah, no, I definitely feel now.
That was Pumbaa too.
Yeah, Pumbaa to Winnie. That's for sure. That's for sure. One big thing that you were mentioning as well whilst you were talking is that loneliness, right? That loneliness segment. You didn't really have it throughout your childhood.
I didn't really have it throughout my childhood.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I really experienced it going from having heaps of friends, heaps of support around me from high school and then to uni. And at uni, it was like nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I didn't study any of the same things that my friends did. So it's kind of had to get out there into the world and kind of
Did you make your own friends in your own course, or
I did, but
you made acquaintances?
made acquaintances more so than friends. And
Yeah.
it's just like a professional sort of thing.
It's like you made your friends because of the
Well-
same. You're a bunch in the same room.
The way that I say it, and no disrespect to any of those guys, that I really enjoyed their company in uni, but I made a lot of LinkedIn friends in uni.
LinkedIn.
I made LinkedIn friends. I didn't really
Dude,
make friends.
That TikTok guy talking about the American scammer girl said if you're not you don't have LinkedIn,
LinkedIn.
or something like that.
You know,
I
Yeah.
don't have LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like you're
But
not
it's
of
just
age.
because
Oh fuck you.
I don't have LinkedIn.
no, like a lot of uni professionals have LinkedIn, right? Because it's to kind of circle jerk over your degree and your accomplishments in university.
Look at me! I did 3 weeks at the Mata Hospital.
But that's what it was really for, right? And so
I'm so fucking.
I think for that period, when you start to lose your friends, you start to feel lonely, especially when you spend a lot of time with them.
With those people, yeah.
And it can be quite disheartening, but that's just life. And I guess being lonely, I almost feel like it's not self-perpetrated, but oftentimes it can be, because for the most part, there's people that you wouldn't think would care for you, but they truly
They do, yeah.
And those people that care for you should be the ones that you should reach out to.
Yeah. I have one on this one because when I was a kid, I was the only child. I didn't really have many pets. I didn't have many friends because I didn't have time to go out with my friends and I wasn't allowed to. So I got kind of caught by myself a lot of the time. Like I was with my parents a lot, but unfortunately like my relationship with my parents at that time just wasn't very positive, I guess. Not very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So, like, it was just me in my room, staring at a blank wall half the time, you know. So you kind of, like, call me crazy, but you kind of just have this own voice in your head, and you become friends with your own voice in your head, right? Yeah, like, and that's kind of how, like, if I relate it to what I do today, there's a lot of times where Eileen's at work, or my girlfriend's at work, or the boys are not free, or we just can't access each other at the time. And this is all in my own head because realistically the boys are always free. But when I what? Huh? I don't know what she said. But anyways, yeah, so like when you get to a certain point, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be by yourself sometimes, and it's how you deal with it and how you manage it, right? Because of the way that I grew up, I was fearful of being alone, and I was fearful that I'd go back to having to, have to spend time with myself and kind of work with myself at all times. But in reality, it kind of, once I started to realize that's not such a bad thing, I actually made me much stronger to say, like, that voice in my head kind of helps guide me to better things and to do better things and to keep that positive mindset and to keep encouraging me. And you don't always have somebody behind you to say that. I can't always have the boys 24/7 saying, Brandon, you have to do this and you got to do it and keep going and be motivated. You have to be that to yourself sometimes. You really do. And combating that loneliness, it just comes with being more mature, realistic. Really, yeah.
There's an aspect to it too where you have to, when you get older and you lose your friends and everything, and
Yeah.
it's not on purpose, but you just kind of have to be more comfortable being alone, and learning to, I guess, not be so reliant on people
On people, yes.
for entertainment or
yes,
happiness.
Yes.
But there's
Instant
also,
gratification.
yeah, exactly. But at the same time, you shouldn't ignore those people when you're in trouble, when you
No.
want to talk. But
Yeah.
it's when you're, I'm bored today. What am I? Friends are. He's free, right? But then
Yeah.
Truly, it is a skill to be able to enjoy your own company.
I still
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah.
I know that for me, when I was single, one of the hardest things to do, and I was really pushed to do it by my psychologist, it was to go and have dinner by myself.
Oh, I
And
still can't.
I have never done
I reckon
that.
I could do it.
I
I reckon
haven't
I could
done
do
that
it, but
ever.
I
For-
don't
for
want
me,
to.
It was really nerve-wracking. And the thing that she really pushed me to do was like, don't just go to like Hungry Jack's or KFC and go and have dinner. Go to like a nice fancy restaurant and take yourself out on a date.
Like Vapiano's?
And not like Vapiano's, like,
Hey, Vapiano's is $40 for a pasta.
like somewhere where you're sitting there for like an hour. And
Vapiano's.
just have it. Honestly, that became like one of my favorite pastimes, where it was just like you go out and it's like, I don't think it's creepy, but I was just people watching.
I love people washing.
People watching is really good. No, because
Well,
you get to go there, right? You're having really good food. You're giving yourself, you're whining and dining yourself, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're giving yourself a happy ending later tonight. You know? later that night.
A
too.
little happy,
But-
little something, you know.
But you go wine and dine. It's really nice sort of vibe environment in the restaurant, and it's really entertaining just to see how other people interact with each other, or trying to watch like this dude impress this pretty girl on
Yeah.
their first date.
Dude, you don't know. I love people watching. You know why? Because in my mind, when I'm by myself having lunch and seeing these people walk through the street or having dinner or lunch, I put stories behind how people interact.
But
like-
okay, so when people are just
You can
sitting
read
there,
people's expressions.
Yeah, like,
When-
oh, this guy's limping. Maybe he had an accident and that's why he's limping. You know what I mean? And
Oh, I don't know like that. I meant more.
oh,
like,
dude, I make storylines in my head, bro.
but okay, so
I
when
love
you
it. I
so when
love
people
it.
walk past you, you just watch them.
No,
no,
like,
no. It's more like when
What's the
you
activity?
observe.
when I'm literally just like sitting down. I'm by myself and I'm like I'm almost like trying to kill my time.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to, I can't really think of anything enjoyable to do, but I want to go have dinner because
Yeah.
I want to treat myself. And in the midst of doing that activity of, just treating myself well,
Yeah.
I'm going to just people watch. Watch
Okay.
people do their day-to-day things. Watch
Yeah,
how people
exactly.
But is that not
interact.
weird?
no, I think it's very normal.
Like, what if they turned around and they watch you watch them?
I'm gonna give you one good reason why it's not weird.
Okay, go.
Do you watch any sort of TV? You're
Yeah.
watching people do something.
yeah.
Reality TV, you're watching them do exactly that. You're doing exactly that.
Except your
You're
eyes with the
watching-
camera.
Your eyes aren't on the camera. You're doing it in real life.
But they're paid to act.
No, but that's what I'm saying. What if you're watching reality TV?
Yeah.
How many people watch Survivor or like First Date?
Yeah.
All those sort of things.
It's like, for example, when you're having dinner and you're trying to kill time, like Will said, you see a couple 3 tables across from you. Oh, it's clear that she's not enjoying her time, and he's very talkative.
Yeah.
And then you observe that it's entertaining, right?
It is a bit entertaining. Like,
Yeah.
sorry to be mean,
Yeah.
but it's just, or sometimes you might just eavesdrop.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
There's a
try
couple
this.
fighting
I'm gonna
over
try
it.
this.
I think it's because I'm Filipino,
Guys.
but I love being nosy, bro. I love eavesdropping on people's conversations.
That being said, I am just gonna say, learning to love and enjoy your own company is a very powerful thing. Watching a movie by yourself is another hard one.
Oh, with the Doom bucket.
What's that? I know what you're talking. The Dune bucket. The Dune 2, the movie. Dune 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie. The popcorn bucket has these like spouts coming out of it. So when you put your hand in, it's like these rubber spouts. It feels like it's gripping your hand, but
Show a photo
people
later on.
people might use
pretty
it
good.
for a
I-
different reason.
Look up on your phone, Dune
Yeah,
bucket.
Dune.
Dune
Dune 2 bucket. All
pretty-
right.
it's
Holden
pretty
Hiscock would love one of those.
Hold
actually.
his cover, love
we
it.
we,
What I
we
feel
have
like
to
this is
find
really
one.
Look up Dune 2 movie bucket.
Dune 2.
Yeah, but Will, what's your advice to people who want to enjoy their own time?
Sorry.
Go to images.
I'm too curious.
Hold on.
Alright, I'm gonna show you the board. I'm gonna show you
The camera.
This is the June 2 bucket.
Wait, you gotta put your hand
You
behind
put
it.
the
Oh yeah.
Yo, that is actually looking like
sus, bro.
kind of sus.
so sus. That's so sus, bro.
What the?
I think it's a little too loose for my taste.
Hey Will, how much do you self-love?
How much do I self-love?
No, I don't know. Okay, cause I know the person behind the account. I don't know what part of this do you mean. Do you mean self-love as in like
Physical or mentally?
yeah. Is this like a
To
emotional self-love?
be honest, I don't do it as much anymore. Like, go to these sort of activities by myself, but
Could you still do it now?
I could. I just don't really.
I
feel the
think
need
what
to.
now you have a
But
partner.
For me,
right?
like now I've got a partner. Like I've got my time sort of occupied.
Yeah.
I'm not at that stage where I really need to do it anymore, but I know that
Yeah.
I could do it confidently.
Oh,
and if I was single
thank
again,
you.
I'd be able to do it confidently.
Someone on
Yeah.
the live just said, "Hey there, you guys are very handsome. Thank you so much. You're very beautiful."
I was gonna say on the other side of that, I think a couple of years ago I was very overwhelmed with work, where I was getting like 50-hour shifts and I had really no time for myself because my uncle was in my room, right? And then at that time, the only thing I could really think about was spending one day to myself. But that's on the opposite spectrum, where you're being pushed by other forces to want to be by yourself,
yourself,
right?
yeah,
But
right.
obviously, if you're just chilling and you enjoy your time.
I mean, I do enjoy my time nowadays, to be honest. I really like my alone time. I find that, like, when I wake up in the morning, Eileen's gone to work, and I'm by myself, like, dude,
It's 2
folding...
in the afternoon.
Fuck you guys. I actually find a lot of interest in, like, folding my clothes. Like, it's like fucking meditation to
Who
me,
the
bro.
fuck are you? This is
Dude,
the
it's
Brandon. This is
so
the
weird,
this is the
man.
Brandon I have not
It's
seen.
so weird.
What the fuck?
I knew I was getting old when I enjoyed doing house chores.
Thanks for the raise.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Thank you for the raise.
Will, washing dishes with a podcast, love it. Just washing the dishes and then you just listen to a podcast and it's a
Dude.
big pile of dishes.
See, like
I love putting podcasts on TV, washing dishes, folding clothes, vacuuming the floors. It is the best time of my life, man. Literally so good.
Right.
for me recently, because I've got the 2 dogs, and they love to put their paws into their water bowl, and they run everywhere. So for me right now, my big thing is like getting rid of the water prints on the tiles.
Yeah.
Just going over it with a mop, bro. That's like
That's,
Well, I think you have too much
I'm not-
time.
it's therapeutic,
I
man.
know.
It's therapeutic. He's
Oh.
28, bro. Alright, I'm experiencing half of what he's doing.
It's true.
no.
Is-
Well, it's like I genuinely think as you get older, the more you start to enjoy doing house things, because it's like you're developing your castle.
It's like your personal space.
yeah.
It's, you care for it.
Like I showed you guys that I was redoing the lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that all by myself. Put sand like
You kind of like my dad nowadays.
Yeah, dude.
You
And
feel like
yeah,
my
it's
dad.
fun.
doing like household chores. It's nice.
I-
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Most people might be like, oh, it's troublesome, it's bothersome, it's like, blah, like no, it's boring, it's tiring.
Dude.
I don't know. For me, that's like I enjoy my own company. Like it's just seeing yourself build something from start to finish. It's nice.
One
Well-
day we're gonna see Will do like the bonsai.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, Will, at what age do you reckon you'll be like, fuck, that's a nice lawn? Oh, gee, bro, you look at my deck. You know, I built that in one day.
I'm actually already there.
Really? He's already there. He's already there. He's already there, guys.
For anyone that is interested, right? If you want the most soft, nice, luscious feeling grass on your feet ever, please look up Sir Grange, Grange,
Buffalo.
Zoysia,
Zoysia.
Zoysia grass. When that grass grows out, it is like grass at a park. It's very thickly matted, so you don't get any weeds growing through it.
Okay, yeah.
Right? It is extremely drought resistant and sun resistant.
It doesn't turn yellow after a
Doesn't
couple.
turn yellow.
Water consumption.
Water
Pretty high?
consumption, 2 stars. It was 2 out of it only required 2 out of 5.
So you still need.
It's still in a
So it
relative
needs
water.
a little bit of water.
Okay.
But
You have
less
such a
than normal.
well, you have such a small patch of grass, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like easy
a
to
lot
water,
less than
bro.
normal.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
And best part, you only need to mow the lawn every 6 to 12 months. That is
Oh.
how slow
Oh.
the grass grows.
Wow, that's really good.
So it will last for pretty much forever. Very low maintenance.
I'm down.
I might.
I need some grass.
$16 a square meter, bro. That's it.
That's
Go
pretty good.
outside and touch your grass.
Does it feel good? You reckon it's one of those grasses where you can lie down on it?
Bro, it's one of those grasses, bro. I put my foot in it.
Jesus Christ!
I reckon.
I need it.
Will's
I
gonna,
need
in the future. Will's the kind of guy to like water his grass at on
Why are
sunset.
you doing that?
No, sunset.
He's saying he's gonna water.
He's
his
gonna
grass
water.
out
He's
there.
gonna water his grass in the sun, and he walks around with one hand behind his back. He's like,
No, but see, that's
"Good day,
what
good day."
I have been doing because it's you only just put it down. You need to water in the morning and in the afternoon.
Can you do
Yeah.
the puzzle?
Live will end in what am I doing? Am I in the top 1% of users?
Great. Anyone say anything else?
There's definitely
Got
not.
one rose. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but she probably left already. I didn't give her enough thanks.
Fuck.
Should we finish off there, or should we stop with, or should we stop with one more? We start with. Yeah,
Should we
yeah,
end
yeah.
it with a fun?
Finish-
fun.
yeah.
It's
fun-
up to you. It's
I
either
kinda-
that or do you want to shift it to TikTok?
I mean,
Is
I
there
could
anyone-
just
is
do
there
I could do
viewers
NPC stuff on TikTok.
Fuck no. We're not doing
No,
that.
I'm not sure about that, but I feel like
What's a fun little topic we had
Algorithms.
on our minds a little bit? Anyone, guys?
I was
just to
gonna-
really send it off.
I was gonna
towards
talk
the end.
about your 75 hard.
Fuck, it was hard.
Did Nemo
Shit's
want to
fucking
be
hard.
found?
what is the 75 hard? Is it like just staying
75
half a
Yeah,
days
it's
being
hard for 75 days. No, it's
Hence the pillow.
it's the pillow, guys. I've been hard for 75 days.
He's been
No,
hard for
it's just like a
75.
little challenge kind of thing because I've been really like my health has been slipping and I've gained a couple kilos, 86 kilos. I used to be 73.
Bro, Christmas was 3 months ago. I just want to point that
Shut
out.
the fuck up, Will. But yeah, I really let myself go over the last couple of months. Well, since last year, really. And so I just wanted to do something. I didn't get everything right, so I would get like every day for 75 days. You have to exercise twice a day. One has to be outside. You have to journal. You have to drink a lot of water, enough to keep you healthy, not too much, not overhydration, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you gotta do a bit of skincare and a bit of reflection and journaling.
Was it? Do you have to walk? Like you have to do?
It's exercise
You have to
outside.
exercise inside and outside. Or at
Yeah,
least, like,
so I would go
something?
run outside and I would go gym for 45 minutes. And then some days I would do like everything correctly except for the journaling bit. Oh fuck, I had work early in the morning, I couldn't journal. Or I was so
Do you journal in
tired.
the morning or at night?
I do it-
Either or, hey.
Either or, but
Yeah.
sometimes it will slip and I had to restart all over again.
Uh,
But what I do really like is like the other day I ran for like 35 minutes on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I ran like 4Ks
Wow.
and I felt really good afterwards.
Wow.
It was like I was tired. I had like a bit. What's that? A stitch.
Yeah.
And I felt, fuck, it's like, but it felt really good to be active, and I want to keep doing this until I can actually do it consistently.
That's good.
And
That's
I'll,
good.
I'll try to do some more B-roll, but I'm kind of still.
Yeah, keep trying.
No,
yeah,
I'm just a bit embarrassed doing it in the gym.
It doesn't
maybe,
matter.
Maybe
But
I'll go at the gym at 12 o'clock.
I feel the same way, so I think it might be beneficial for us to go together.
Yeah, can we actually, so we can film
Yeah.
some B-roll, just so
Yeah,
that way it's.
Yeah. I feel the same
I'm.
way.
I don't want to.
We can do it on Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes I get
exactly.
scared. Like I bring in, like the other day, I was literally outside the gym with my camera, my mic, and everything, and I turned around at the door and I went back to my car, put all my stuff down.
I don't like.
and walked in the
I don't want to
gym.
be that guy at the gym that brings out a fucking tripod.
That's what I was saying.
And I'm not even. I
yeah.
don't have any gains on me,
Oh.
bro. There's no.
Yeah, they're like, who's a scrawny Asian kid deciding that he wants to be a fitness influencer?
Yeah, maybe can we go like 11 o'clock
Yeah.
at night?
No. I
Like
think we can go.
early?
We can still go. I would be more comfortable if I went in at peak time with my friends, because I could make it funny.
Well, we're
I could
going
make it
on
funny,
Saturday, yeah.
I could make it real. We can. Yeah.
After work, I'm going.
Just let me
I'm
know
going.
what time.
I finish work at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, where are we going?
We can go to Worlds. We can go to Underwood.
We'll see the boys there.
See boys there, and then we can just film a bit of B-roll because I need some
Yeah,
for my.
yeah. Let's do it.
I'm scared.
There's this guy on Instagram that just does 75 hard, and he doesn't even like. I guess he has a bit of B-roll here and there, but like he just cooks dinner outside, and he just does a recap.
I see.
Yeah, whilst he's cooking dinner outside, he
Yeah.
just does a recap of what he's done in his day. I think that would be super cool to do, and I don't think he'd have any hate for you copying the idea.
No, exactly. But
Um,
is he hard for 75 days?
yes, he is actually. I saw his
Shit.
boner. It was humongous.
That snake fucking rock solid.
For real, for real.
Drake.
Drake. That's about it.
That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
That's about all. Yeah.
Very good stream.
Sick stream. Liam, to finish off, we're gonna answer your question. Did Nemo want to be found?
Do you know Victoria's Secret?
I mean, did Nemo want to be lost?
Would Nemo taste good?
No, Nemo was just trying to find the way to Wakanda.
Real. Real. Real.
Nemo-
Let that sink in, Liam. Let that sink in. And whilst you guys let that sink in, alright? Make sure, if you haven't already, follow Project Act, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube to Project Act. We're all lost little lambs. I joined a nudist
colony for
the
4
month.
months. The first 3 days were the hardest.
That's-
I think we should get. Can we get a Holden Hiscock comedy hour?
I think
He
we
does-
can we
He
do like
does stand up with
yeah.
Holden Hiscock
yeah.
Where
on the couch.
specifically was it? Just asking for a friend.
Just asking for a
Yeah.
friend. Got old mate asked me.
What was the average age by any chance? Was it older or was it like the 20s, 30s crowd?
But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure that you do subscribe. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram and TikTok, where pretty much all our updates are going to be put out. I haven't been posting on there recently, but I will ensure that that is coming very, very quickly, and we will get a grasp on
And
that.
we'll get the clips back on TikTok. Cause I got
Yes,
the
sir.
laptop back, baby.
Yes, sir,
Let's
we're
go.
finally back. We're grinding again from the start, from the get-go. Expect some TikTok lives. Watch my Valorant streams. Whatever you want, alright? It's on YouTube. It's on Kick. Check us out. And be sure to tune in next time at the next week. Exact same time. Every single time. No doubt about it. We're going to make sure it happens.
And not next week, but the week after, we're gonna have a little special guest.
oh, really?
Yes, and we will be in a different couch surfing
really?
location.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
This
Yeah.
Is actually this is the first I've heard of it.
Hey, this
This
is
is the first I've heard
and
of it.
I'm talking to the guy, and he's very keen. Oh, he's not
Okay.
very. He's like
He's like
he's
moderately
not.
keen.
He's not begging to be on the show, but he's very open and loving the idea of being on the stream.
Can just because I think I know who it is,
Uh-huh.
is there a chance of a mukbang?
No.
Oh,
that's-
if you spill anything, you might have to clean it up. Well, we can bring some food
Yeah.
to try
I mean,
out and get
yeah,
a bit of a
if you-
rating.
If you drop something, then yeah, you'll definitely have
What
to.
do you mean? I thought it was a change of environment.
Change of environment, but if you
Change
drop,
of scene.
but it's
Yeah,
not
but-
our. It's not our location.
It's not our location.
Have to be respectful, you know. If you drop
Yeah.
food at their location, you have to pick it
we
up.
just were
Yeah.
at the,
And on top
at
of that,
the dinner table.
I feel like the
okay.
floor would be quite dirty if you were to drop food there.
The floor's a bit hairy,
Yeah,
you
the
might
floor's-
say.
the floor's a little bit hairy if you drop the food.
What
Yeah.
do you boys know that I don't?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways.
shit, we all know.
Well, you have to find out, right? So if you guys are interested to see what our new venue would be, not our new venue, just for
special
one-off,
guest.
our portable live stream
Portable
will be
couch casting stream.
casting couch stream.
Casting couch.
Nemo's fuckable Christian V 2024.
How does Christian have a girlfriend?
But yeah.
Last mysteries.
Remember,
He knows Victoria's Secret.
make sure that you keep up to date with us. If you have any questions and you have any inquiries, please feel free. Comment on our shit. Share it with the boys, alright? We want to see this stuff, yeah? We got
I gotta take a shit.
Okay, and we will definitely, most definitely, always
Dude, we have 9 viewers by the end of the fucking thing.
on the next
dog.
time.
That's
Peace
pretty
out.
good.
PG. What do you? Actually, and I'm gonna run a poll eventually. What do we call our fan base? What do we call? Doing
Gackers.
late lads.
How about
Stay mad, bro. Stay mad.
what? What is it?
I don't know. He just said doing lads.
Oh, yeah, what about giggers?
Oh, he's
Project-
trying to say doing lads. What's doing, bros? What's doing? What's doing? Eat swam, boys. Eat swam.
Huh?
I sound like the Spaniard, bros.
Oi, brother, you
Yeah.
fucker, you
Yeah,
fucker.
bros. Yeah, bros. What's doing, lads? What's doing? What's good,
I'm
huh?
gonna hang up the
W's. W's in the shot. But yeah, we're gonna be looking to see what we're gonna call our fan base. I don't want to call you
Giggers.
PGers,
giggers.
giggers. No,
Project Gag Gigger.
no. Yeah, I'm not gonna walk into the club and be like, "What's up, my giggers?" No.
Yo, why do you say with a hard R?
Ah, I said
I said with a
giggers.
hard with a S. Giggers.
Why can't we just be respectful? You know, what's up, my
Oh, is that Alan?
lover boys
Say
and lover
that.
girls?
Is that Alan?
Who's that?
We got Alan. Wait, we can't end it. We can't end it. Wait.
Come in.
Loverboy is back
You
in
boys
the.
going to MM? What's doing, bros? No,
Alan,
we're not going to MM.
My boy, give us a post game interview.
That's a
Give
dab.
us.
That's a
Hold
dab.
on, move.
Give
Give us-
Okay.
Give us a post game interview. What
Yes.
happened the last 24
Just
hours you
before
weren't
we
here?
finish.
What's the
Yeah, I'm ready for
Call
a
them.
power nap, hey man.
Oh,
One too many
damn.
home runs and it's just you
Too
know.
many home runs.
Oh, sorry boys,
Jesus.
you know I'm just not in peak form right now.
Now the third round, you looking a bit sloppy there, but you recovered pretty easily. What's your thoughts on that?
Recovery is my middle name, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we always ready.
The testosterone is just dripping off this man. I could smell it.
Dude, I was watching him as
He
you
smells
said.
like Shane.
Yeah, dude. Well, I was watching him
Take a shower.
pre-game. He was.
One of those.
I was literally seeing him pre-game, walking out of the door, ready and willing to go. It was super good. He looked super strong in the zone. How did you feel throughout the course of it?
Those 5 jumping backs I did on the way out, that was a mistake. You know,
Wow.
we needed to preserve all the energy we can and remember that for next time because you know, we don't have energy to spare nowadays, man. You know, the
Now
body's
you're-
getting old, arthritis kicking in, it's hurting everywhere.
Mr.
Mate, chicken nuggets are right there.
True.
Yeah.
Mr. Lay, your opponent was quite tough, and she had you in a bit of a tight situation. What was your mental thinking and mental process on how to get out of it, huh?
There was no getting out of it, you know. It's a 5-setter, bro. You just battle through, carry on, and you're on your way, bro. We made it back home, and that's what mattered.
Could you provide everyone with some insight into how you got it to submit?
I'm still not too sure how that one happened myself. I'm not gonna lie, so I can't give you the answers for that one.
We're wrestling out here. Like the fans need.
The
to
fans
know.
need to know.
I've been watching some Logan Paul podcasts lately, so you know, expertise is now WWE.
Sorry, but just because I
God
forgot, right?
damn.
Like I wasn't really paying attention. What round knockout was it?
Do we count wobbles or?
Yeah, Mr. Lay, halfway through, your knees buckled a little bit, and what do you have to say for yourself?
They thought I was hitting the stanky leg. My leg wasn't working, bro. Like it was just dragging along, bro. You know.
What a turn! What a turn!
What a man!
What
What
a
a
turn,
legend, bro!
guys.
What a legend! Alan Lay,
Absolutely beautiful
everyone.
work. He never
Got worked
never
and worked.
disappoints. Never disappoints. Never ever.
We should do this
Uh-huh.
post game interviews with people who just smash. We see Alan Lay leaving the club at like 2 in the morning, and then
We're running to him on the street. We're like, hey, we need to ask you some questions.
Mr. Lay, that last pickup line just didn't work and didn't really hit with the opponent. What are your thoughts on that? It's just one of those
Bro,
nights where it didn't really work out.
We're just gonna start a section. It's gonna be called a Project Gact of the Disabled Toilet. Just waiting there, bro. You just hear some mess machine going inside. Just knock. Hey, I need a mid-game interview.
God damn. Well, that's one way to finish off the stream. We got here. Call them the Gact. Yeah, we maybe not.
I'm gonna go take a shit. Thanks, guys.
Gacketh. When the merch drop,
Gacanese.
when should I give? What's a projected outlook of our merch drop? 2024. Nah, give me 2 or 3 months, I reckon.
We'll give it some time.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Brandon's been putting a lot of work into just getting stuff done right. So we want to give good quality. I think Brandon's looking at going the embroidered route as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, I'm doing both. So I'm going to be doing printed, and we're going to be doing like the heat transfers anyway, and then we also do the embroidered stuff. And then like I just no matter if it's printed or embroidered, it'll have the same blanks either ways because I appreciate the clothing like the way that it feels the most. So I'm going to ensure that we just get like utmost good quality clothing, and obviously we're going to have to work out the logistics of how much we order in bulk and all that kind of stuff as well. So that's probably the most the hardest thing about it right now. But I will have I don't know, like I guess merch. Oh no, it's lagging. Do you see that?
No,
that?
not really.
Is it
I'm
just
a
me
bit
then?
lost.
My hand's lagging. Oh, anyways. But shirts for double XL people is definitely on the waiting list. So we're gonna have to You're gonna have to wait it out.
Whoa!
You're gonna have to
Whoa!
wait it
What was that,
You're gonna-
mate? Why'd you bring an RPG to a knife fight?
God damn. You see that? You see the lag?
Okay, I do now.
Yeah, it's the frames. Anyways, but yeah, thank you so much for joining in. We'll catch you guys next week, same time. And yes, I will give you an update as soon as the merch starts coming out. You guys will definitely see it, and there'll be some ready for everybody to purchase at different price ranges as well. That way, it doesn't, like I don't want you having to spend a lot of money for something that you don't really need or want. So I've given options out there if you just want to show us support. Like there's a minimum, I guess. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And once again, Will's definitely he's put a lot of work onto this website. Like I'm pretty much just having to finalize it. Everything that you're waiting on and all you guys are probably thinking about, we're doing it most likely, and the only person holding everyone back is me. So don't you worry, it's coming. All right, I promise you guys. So yeah. For now, I'm gonna make it to Diamond. I gotta make it to Diamond 1 now that I've hit Plat 1. So we'll see you guys on the Valorant streams, and we'll see you guys maybe on our mukbangs and short skits. Appreciate your time, appreciate your company, and we love you, the Gact.